Microphone when he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
To finish because it's probably in a pocket, and then you go through
money laundering.
You go through all the regulars, back pockets of pants, inside pockets of jackets, cracks in your between your car seat and the console, like all the normal places you would look, right?
You keep it separately?
Yeah, because I don't have a wallet, so I keep I usually keep them in my I keep my ATM card, a credit card, and my license. Like, they're in my cup holder usually. And then when I get out of the car, if I need them, I'll put them in my back pocket. I assume you have a wallet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just transitioned to one of those really small ones.
Tiny ones, yeah, which I probably
just has like 3 or 4 cards.
It's like a little credit card set. Yeah, those are cool. Well, there's Chris, same thing. Show Jason. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because part of the reason I don't like carrying a wallet is because I don't want some giant bulky thing in my pocket. Meanwhile, my phone's the size of a house. So, but there's this line where you're having this internal fight with yourself because you don't want to cancel the card, whether it's your debit card or your credit card, and order a new one. Or with the license, which has gotten easier now because I had to do that a while back where you can actually go online to the DMV. And I think it's like $30 and they'll just send you one out in a couple of weeks. So I bring that up to say that I think I'm there with my little headphone adapter. Like, I've been kind of waiting to see if it would turn back up from over the weekend, but I'm going to give it till tomorrow. And then I think what I'm just going to do is...
Are we on 2 weeks?
I thought it was last weekend.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I can't remember.
You might be right.
So I think I'm just going to... I imagine I can go on Amazon and order like a pack of 6 for $10 or some crap and just keep those.
Sure, engineering has a bunch of them.
I didn't think about that. That's a great idea. I should ask them. I didn't do the email thing yesterday. I did come up with a contest yesterday, but I'm not allowed to do it on the air.
Oh. Okay.
It was a good one, though. It was,
you know what? I've got a better contest.
Oh, do you?
With even more prizes, but we can't do it on the air.
Well, I have a better one than that.
I'll just say the name of the contest was... those old school CDs like Monster Tracks, which are for radio production.
Yes.
So the contest, me just roaming through the office after the station afterwards, and I found on top of this cabinet like this stack of these old school CDs, and I immediately started looking at the titles, and I was like, oh my god, like this is really good. This is something that would have worked back when I was on with Don, for example, is radio station CD or adult film. And I'll tell you some of the titles, one in particular, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely a question. Also today, I don't know if you have this ready or if we need to load it in, but Chris Guerrero, as promised.
Already?
It was I think, yesterday afternoon.
Have you previewed it?
Okay.
No, it was like right after the show.
Oh, was it?
Or it
really?
might have even been during the show.
Full disclosure. Chris sent it to me.
Guerrero or Vlad?
Sorry. Vlad Squad. Sent it over. I clicked it. It's a YouTube link. It's actually video and audio. I clicked it and he started to like preview it. Like, here's what I'm doing. He's setting stuff up. And then I went, okay, I gotta stop here. Because I as you know, I'm a big fan of I love surprises. I love on-air reaction. So I did what?
You like surprises?
Yeah, why?
Anytime I surprise you, you're like, that's stupid. That's dumb. Why did you do that?
Well, it depends. Usually your surprise is like, hey, surprise, here's this horrible, embarrassing thing. Yay.
Hey, remember when you did this?
Yeah, remember. Yeah.
It was on video.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that. I don't like that call. Not a very good call. I like fun surprises like Celebrity Pick Six. That's a fun surprise.
I just got that mail. Thank you, Jason.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcoming for you. So you have this, or do we need it?
Are we showing it?
No, it's just the audio.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't even know. Can we do video on the broadcast?
If we were to download it and load it before the show.
It's fine. I don't think you're missing out anyone.
No.
On as a matter of fact, I think, well,
actually.
I'll take that back. Like,
do we want the full thing or just starting with it?
I say play the full thing.
Okay.
I want to get now, have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, there's obviously no swearing or anything.
No.
Okay, then I say play.
Hey, now you know why I had to watch the whole thing.
As long as somebody did. So how this came about is our good friend Scott Freshour every Wednesday. He comes in and he does hey, everybody get on your feet. It's hump day, halfway through. Does that whole thing. It's our open for the Wednesday 8 a.m. Rejoin, and we love it. And he did a phenomenal job. But of course, Chris Guerrero, not Verlad, although honestly, who can tell the difference? You know what? I better. What did you say? I apologize. That was over the line.
Do all Chris's look alike to you?
I got to come back. Ain't using it. So he said, of course, hey, why don't you get a real open? I could do better. Well, I said, well, you know what? Put your voice where your mouth is. What? Yeah, the voice is already where you get what I'm saying. So, hey, I'll give credit where credit's due. I don't care who it is. You follow, you pay off a bet, you follow through. I'm going to give you credit. Now, I haven't heard this, you haven't heard this. That credit may be short-lived. I imagine it will be. But here's Chris Guerrero, loyal listener Chris Guerrero, doing an open that for our Wednesday 8 a.m. segments.
Good morning, Carmichael Dave. How are you today? I am going to be doing your intro. Here we go. I got to put on the music first. Putting on the music. Here
okay, this is where I stopped it.
I'm going to crank it up.
Perfect stop.
Here we go.
All right.
Here, I'll mute myself.
I like it so far. I really like it. It's perfect so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of the 916, please welcome to the airwaves the heavyweight champion of Northern California sports. Hailing from the streets of Sacramento, weighing in with the most opinions per square inch of any man alive. He's the architect of the morning, the captain of chaos, the voice of the kingdom, accompanied by the professor of play-by-play, Jason Ross. He is Carmichael Dave, and this is Sactown Sports 1140. There you go. I hope you liked it. I hope it was good for you. It was good for me.
Okay. Is that first off, when we were talking about radio track CDs, that's 100% one in the background.
But a good choice.
But a great choice.
Man, there's a lot in there.
There's a lot to break down here, Jason. I was looking at you to see.
So what you really want to do is you want to start with a positive, give your criticism.
Yeah.
And then end with a positive. I've learned that in management.
Okay. But before we get to the review, though, can we have discussion? Because I need discussion before review because I got questions. And when I was
I think your questions are going to be part of the criticism.
Okay.
So let's start with the positive real quick.
Okay, positives. Great track. Great energy.
Great energy.
You couldn't ask for better. Any more energy would have been way over the top.
I'm gonna put this.
Stupid.
I'm gonna put this as a positive, and maybe some would not, but I'm going to. For me, I kind of like that we were brought in to the whole thing. Like, all right, here you go. Like, it wasn't edited to the final product. It was, all right, here's what I'm going to do for you, Dave. And, like, we're at one level of tone.
Yeah.
Music's playing, and there's, we have to wait. So now we're like, oh, I'm waiting for this. And then he comes in hot, but in a good way. Like,
yeah.
Great energy, like you said. And then even at the end, hope you enjoyed it. You know, like,
right.
Still get,
little cough.
So we got the beginning, the end, and we got, I felt like we were in the production room.
It was a hype sandwich.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree with you.
And some creative verbiage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
In a good way.
Yeah. He had he had some alliteration going in there. I will
Use
say
the kingdom.
Yeah.
The chaos part. Like, it was just, there was a lot in there.
I was a little confused though.
Now here comes a constructive criticism.
Maybe, but also maybe it's just I'm stupid, and it shouldn't be criticism because everyone else got it but me. I'll allow for that. I was a little confused as to who he was talking about. Like at first I thought he was talking about me, but then us, and then he switched to you, and then he switched back to me. So, like, are we the voices of the kingdom, or was he referring to me as the voice, or was he referring to you as the voice?
I was taking it as you, but then he never said your name.
Yeah.
And then he went to mine, I think me.
Yeah.
And then it sounded like he said my name different.
That's exactly what I heard. I thought he
Then-
said your name weirdly.
Like Jameson
Jameson
or something.
Ross.
Yeah.
Yes. Chris? I thought you had something. Sorry.
No, I think the problem is he is introducing you, and like if you want to think of it like a big boxing match or something like that, you give all the person's accolades and then you say their name.
Okay.
But what it sounded like he did was that he was doing that for you. He was
never said the
introducing
name.
you. Then he did the same thing for Jason.
Yeah.
Introduced Jason
Yeah.
and then brought it back with Carmichael Dave, which was
all right. Yeah.
a little confusing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a few detours, a couple turns at Albuquerque in there, but also, again, constructive criticism. Although I'm kind of okay with this, but look, I got to be honest here. No Chris mention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay.
Why? You don't want to be associated with the show?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not the Carmichael Dave show with Jason Ross. Oh, and also Chris.
Well, no, I try to say that as often as I can in the open, though. You're just as important a piece as we are.
Just a reminder, I won't be here tomorrow.
Oh, well, Chris won't be here tomorrow. That's right. There's that. Also, by the way, programming note, we will not be here Monday.
Correct.
For the Martin Luther King holiday, so we will not be here Monday. I will not be here the following Friday. Jason's always here. Well, that'd be funny if Jason was like, actually, guys, I'm off next week.
Oh, I've got some terrible news for you guys.
So the last part to bring it back.
I think we should put it. Oh, hold on. No, I have one more. This is just me. I've always been a little internally sensitive about this. I don't know why it really triggered me when he said accompanied by Jason Ross. I don't like that. I think it diminishes you. I'm not accompanied by you. You and I are a team. If anything, if it's unequal in any way, the teeter-totter's on your side. You're the one that gave me the start in the business. You're the one that, I mean, come on. I'm just saying. It's true. I was just talking about that yesterday, as a matter of fact, with somebody who honestly could not believe that. Could not believe that you and I are working together when it was you and Steve Buzzard that gave me my first shot in the studio when I was like 8 years old or whatever the hell it was. Well, it's not an age thing. I like I actually even have kind of a, like, I get a little cringy when it says a Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. I feel like it should be, Carmichael Dave, like Matt and Kayla. I don't like, that's a me thing. I think you're great because you have like zero ego about it. I feel like I would. If I was on the other end, I'd probably get in my own head about it. But so when he says accompanied by that kind of but I know what he meant.
So it should be the Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross show with Carmichael Dave.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's the Jason Ross and Carmichael Dave show with Carmichael Dave. That works.
Makes sense.
I will say this. Now we bring it home. It takes a lot to make any sort of effort and put yourself out there like that. Now, I think Chris is usually an annoying little weirdo, but he's our annoying little weirdo, and I love him for it. And the fact that I'm a huge fan. Like, Matt George is very much like this in the sense that Matt George does not care if he gets crapped on. And that's why I think he's good in this business. He does not care. I'm very similar in the sense, even though I have my own issues, but like, I'll say stupid things and know that I'm saying stupid things or ask stupid questions, and it's fine. Just crap all over me because I want to ask the damn question. So when I recognize somebody who can put that aside and put themselves out there while everyone else great, like when Matt did his double down and he got killed for it.
We had that was his second song. He had another song too.
The Don't Need Luca.
Yeah.
Both of his greatest hits. I remember calling him at one point. I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, you put yourself out there. You got creative. Everybody else can sit anonymously on the sideline, and they can criticize you all they want.
Right.
You're the man in the arena, and I think being the man in the arena is a big thing. So I would say thumbs up, and I think we should put it in the rotation.
Yeah, and again, this is intended to be a compliment. I think I went in. It's one of those things like, oh, I don't think this movie's going to be very good. And then you go and you're like, I don't know if it was great, but it was a lot better than I thought, and I enjoyed it.
Is this the Top Gun Maverick? Yeah.
No, that's where I'm at. Like,
okay.
I haven't seen that.
I think I had I had a low bar. And the fact also that it was already done felt to me, in my mind, without hearing it yet, it was going like, well, and you said it was even before the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of hurried. And so my bar was even lower.
Yeah.
Way surpassed it. A
Whitey Gleason-esque turnaround time.
Calm down.
Okay, turnaround.
Okay, gotcha.
Turnaround time.
Chris, remember on the positive part.
Which, by the way, if Whitey's listening right now, I've kind of waited for I've been waiting to see if he'd offer this or not. I also would 100% welcome Whitey Gleason rejoiner song. Course, something like that. That'd be great.
But that's a high bar.
That's the highest of bar.
Yeah. Maybe Matt George gives us one too.
Okay.
But Chris, I'm going to say it. Good job.
Thank you.
Guerrero.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what?
I liked it.
You know what, Chris Guerrero? I liked it too.
So as a rejoiner, does the whole thing stay in or do we edit?
I think we should start with the
first thing he says or the, all right, Dave.
I think, start. That's a good question because I think we either start with, all right, Dave, here we go, or we start with the end, whatever he starts out with energetic wise. I feel like we should end with him coughing. And then maybe that's our Thursday 8 a.m. rejoiner.
Yeah.
Because we're not replacing Scott Freshour, let's be honest.
What's the crowd saying?
Oh, like it or spike it. Like it or spike it. You can text at 916-339-1140. Are we okay putting this in as a 8 a.m. rejoin as well? Let's see. Dwayne wants to know what Dirt and Sprague are up to.
Trailing.
LTF says, I thought it was good. Good job. Zebra said, surprised you, didn't he?
Yes.
Chuck Lee, 6858, which, by the way, can I just say this? Chuck Lee, 6857 was such a D-bag. This is my preferred Chuck Lee.
New and improved.
Yeah, new and improved Chuck Lee. Chuck Lee or Chuck Lee. Either way. Chuck says, I'm done watching the Sacramento Kings. They're too stupid. Kings don't want the top draft pick. They don't want a chance to get a superstar player. They rather win meaningless games. So I don't know if that's a grade on Chris or not.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to tell. I didn't realize that win cost them the top pick.
That's it.
It did?
Just like it did with Dallas. Let's see. Mark Nash weighs in. He says, I would like Chris Murray to back up Keegan.
Okay.
I think that's a thumbs up. And let's see here. Kings are 3-0 since the announcement of the Matt and Kayla show.
That's true.
Wow, that's really well done. And or 3-3, I think it says.
Announcement?
No, not since the announcement.
Yeah,
Since they started.
Since they started 3-0. So I would say overall, it's a thumb sideways from the audience.
Well, I'm going up.
I'm
gonna
going
give my
up.
critique.
Chris, you have not critiqued.
We haven't heard.
Were you about to do the Gladiator?
I was about to do it.
Your thoughts?
The only problem with it is what I said earlier.
Here we go. Which was?
Is that he's introducing Dave.
Yeah.
Then introduces Jason.
Yeah.
And come back to Dave.
It's a little confusing. I would say.
But you know what? That's like an umami like type of thing of like the beauty is in the, and I think I'm using that wrong, but the beauty is in the imperfection.
You're using it wrong, but I appreciate it.
It makes it better because it's not perfect.
It's like the Mona Lisa smile. It's a weird looking smile, but that's kind of what makes it the Mona Lisa. You know, it's the statue of David if his ween was broken off. Like it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, okay, that's classic broken off.
Break off the ween.
Statue dong. So look, Chris, you're more than welcome to look if you want. I will give him two options. Number one, we're good with it as is. Also, if you want to go back and take the criticism and do some other things, we're happy with that too. But I think overall, thumb up.
So did he say my name wrong?
It was weird. It was like, it's like, I think we've all done this where we try to say a word and it just comes out
blends together.
blurbled. Why does everybody seem to think Jonathan Kaminga is getting moved today? Is there a deadline I'm not aware of?
Today's the day.
Is it the deadline?
January 15th.
Oh,
No, I think that might have been. Okay, hold on. Let me play it. It sounds like he's saying Jason here. Like, it sounds fine.
Okay.
Hold on.
Because Jay's weird, the same thing.
I, the professor of play-by-play, Jason Ross!
I think what we heard.
Stretch out the A.
Yeah, there's a weird discombobulation, I think, audio-wise in the J. So, like, goes, okay. So I think I heard it first as like Joyce and Ross.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are inferring that today's the day that Kaminga's going to be a king.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr was asked about Jonathan Kaminga not playing on Bay Area radio station yesterday. And by the way, they get an interview with the coach every week, and it's on video, and that's pretty awesome. Shout out to them. And he said it's a complicated situation, and we'll leave it at that.
Complicated.
Woof. All right, big show for you today. Is that the rundown?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it real quick? Nope. Okay. We have things. We also have other stuff.
Sorry.
And then no, that's fine. Oh, I thought it was maybe it would have been funny if there was just one. Coming up next. I'm very happy about this. Will Gavin's going to join us. Will Gavin join us? He will. Who is he? He's that English NFL announcer we've been playing all week who's gone viral all over the place. He does their coverage play-by-play for Talk Sport over in Europe. He's going to come on, join us, and we're just going to talk about how the hell he got in the business, and he will be on this weekend Seattle-San Francisco matchup. Kings Rewind, Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. Sports Business with Kelly Brothers. He is definitely good at business. He's good at business. I'm telling you, he's good at business. Okay, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll Gavin. But first, will you head on up to Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland to take advantage of all the deals that are going on right now? Listen to me. Here, react to this. First off, Hoblet, family owned and operated. Second off, Hoblet, just 5 minutes from the airport. And third of all, the best selection anywhere when it comes to Ram trucks. In fact, they have such a crazy selection. They had to take the Ram truck new car thing and put it in one place. Then they have a used car place at a completely different section. With so many vehicles under 20 grand, if you're looking to get into a Hobbit certified vehicle, you can search, select, and save at hobletdodge.com, where you'll find unbeatable prices, unbeatable value. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. Well, Gavin of Talk Sport joins us next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam! The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center January 23rd through 25th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Savings available on select opening night tickets.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit revivemenshealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X.
on the Niner game.
McCaffrey, yep.
Yeah. But he's been doing this for a minute. He's been doing this for a minute. Now, I love this and reached out to him yesterday, and he was kind enough to join us today because I just think it's fascinating. As a fish out of water over there, when I'm there, I'll watch the NFL coverage, and they don't run our commercials. So it'll be like some guy, some lady, and I say that with respect, I just don't remember their names, and like Namakong Su in a studio, legitimately, it's Namakong Su during a break, and they're having they're discussing the previous plays and the game itself, and then they go back to the game, and they're amazing. I think they do better at that than we do at air quotes soccer. Will Gavin joining us right now. Will, it's Dave, it's Jay. Thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a pretty good week. It's not been bad by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not complaining. I mean, we'll see. Ask me how I'm doing again on Sunday when I've been in Seattle for all of 24 hours and have to fly out again. But hopefully, with the final destination being Los Angeles or Chicago, let's see.
So that's your travel schedule. You come in and go back out?
So I've got 18-month-old twins at home here in London. And so I finished the game against Philly on Saturday. I got the 9 a.m. flight out of Newark the following morning. And then, I'm flying into Seattle the same day. So I leave London at 9 a.m. in the morning, land at 11 a.m. in Seattle, and after a 10-hour flight, I'm going to go do a 4-hour radio call. It's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it to myself, but hopefully it goes well.
So I do appreciate the fact at least you're in London, because that's just Heathrow, New York is 7 hours. That's just. I say just, right, because that's a whole different animal from Heathrow, Seattle, which I imagine you're probably laying over in, is that straight coming back, or are you laying over in New York? Wow.
No, we're going straight 10 hours all the way through. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Hey.
I even got pushed up to premium economy so that I get a comfy seat for that whole way. There you go. That's what internet fame will bring you, gents.
So is it like the game of the week? Like how is your game selected between all the playoff games?
So we're actually going to be doing 3 of the 4 games this weekend. So we'll also be doing the Bills-Broncos game ahead of that, and we'll also be doing the Rams-Bears game. But for those games, we take the Westwood One feed, and then we have a hosting crew. So a little bit like Dave's watched it on the a little bit like you've watched it on the TV back in the UK. We do it the same on the radio. We have a US feed coming in, and so it'll be Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker or whoever it is on the call that night, and then I'll be in a studio back here in London and throwing to and from it. But then we've done our own commentaries so we've had the rights for 6 or 7 years now. So we've always done our own commentaries of the London games and the Super Bowl. And we've expanded that out from the London games. We now do Germany, Madrid, wherever else it is around Europe, Dublin this year, of course, as well. But yeah, for the most part, week in, week out, it tends to be just a couple of nerds sat in a studio somewhere in deepest, darkest London Bridge, chopping it up about ball at 3 a.m.
Well, Will Gavin joining us, and Jason, my partner, will tell you he does play-by-play, and it's something. It's just a tool I don't have in my bag. I think play-by-play folks are artists. I think they're amazing, and I also obviously we have a lot of talented play-by-play folk here, but there's something different. There's just something different to the American ear. It is it's the sprinkles on top of the sundae that they use over there, the verbiage, the vocabulary, that's a cheeky flick type of stuff. And I don't have to ask why your calls went viral. It's just a matter of exposing it to the audience. I think we're used to hearing calls a certain way. It wasn't just the drama of the situation. It's the flair of that. My question for you is, how much of a crossover when it comes to the style would you get from, say, football, cricket, or something that would be more popular over there?
It's one of those, I think, actually, interestingly, cricket's a really interesting example. I think cricket and baseball probably have a lot more in common, but it's still within the NFL. You're going to have time to fill. You're going to have space. You're going to have, whether that's during the TV timeouts, if we've not got an advert in that period of time or whatever it might be. And I love the color of the event. I think what brings a lot of people to the NFL initially in this country is the pomp, the circumstance, all of the Americana around it. for our sporting events, we don't sing our national anthem. We don't have flyovers before a playoff game. We don't have none of that stuff happens in British sport. I know you know this pretty well as with your involvement with Huddersfield. Can you imagine the Terriers doing anything like that ahead of a game, right? So people love all of that. People probably first game they ever watch is the Super Bowl, and it's the halftime show, and it's all the razzmatazz that they love, and then they find themselves falling in love with the sport, right? And so I think it's stupid to say because no one else do it. I'm enjoying getting to do it, but I find it an easier sport to commentate on, not down to down, but between the kind of outside of the numbers, because you are just. There's so much happening. There's so much going on. People can hear this happening in the background, and you're just telling them, and you're telling the stories. And it's very funny that you said about the sprinkles on top of the sundae. My cheesiest call I think I've had so far was on the Devonta Smith deep shot last year in the Super Bowl, where I said it was the cherry on top of this Super Bowl sundae.
That's beautiful.
And then immediately cringed to myself.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful work.
It's only beautiful because it's in my accent. If I was doing that in a thick New Jersey, you just would be laughing at me right now.
Well,
right? We know that's true.
Well, I'm wondering about your trips over. So, I mean, Philly is a unique city, unique fan base, and obviously they were on the wrong end of the game. How was that experience being there, calling that game?
Do you know what? And this is, I did another radio hit over in the States yesterday, and it kind of blew their mind how inexperienced I am comparatively with the NFL. I've only been doing this for 3 or so years now, but every game I've called has either been an international game where, as much as there's a designated home team, someone who's given up a game, you still get touchdown music and celebration in the stands and noise and everything else when the road team score, right? And then the Super Bowl, neutral site, you get the same thing. This is the first time I'd ever called a real partisan game in a home stadium. And the weirdest thing to me by a country mile is when the 49ers score that touchdown on the first drive, the DeMarcus Robinson touchdown, and I lose my mind in the booth, as I have a tendency to, and you're screaming into nothingness. You're like, there's no atmosphere, there's no noise. You're hearing maybe a few expletives from the crowd that we were sat very, very close to in our particular booth. But that was a weird experience. But overall, I've been to a lot of games in America, right? I've had that experience both as a fan, covering it as a journalist before I did the play-by-play, and then what I do now. And I don't know, the Philly fans have got this reputation, right? But actually, we went around the tailgate beforehand. We did some social media content. They weren't happy afterwards, it's fair to say. And that didn't go well, I know, for kind of some of the bars in the city. We went to a place that was open until about 2 a.m. and there were 3 people in there. And they said, had the Eagles won, you wouldn't have got within 10 people of the bar right now. Instead, it's everyone just closed their tabs up and went home. So I think actually, we had a pretty warm experience. Everyone we spoke to was lovely. People hear the accent and they're immediately intrigued by you and what on earth are you doing here? And so, yeah, it was a little hostile in game, and particularly in that fourth quarter. And it is weird when the fans in front of you can hear you calling it, and you talk about, the link is silenced and everyone, the stands are emptying, and they're turning around and going, all right, mate, we know that's happening. You don't need to be shouting it in my ear.
Last thing for you, Will. You mentioned it kind of earlier, just the differences. By the way, I'm trying to find a comp. I think a larger Bradford would be a good comp for Philly when it comes to the fans. I'm trying to find the right comp. You mentioned, and this was a culture shock for me going over there the other way. Look, just to give the background Will would give too. You cannot prompt soccer or football fans over there, if you will, when to cheer. Cheerleaders. No. We tried fireworks the first year for a big match. Went over horrifically. It's like insulting to the supporters. So the things that we do over here, like during NBA timeouts, NFL, all the pomp and circumstance you talked about would be met with, arms crossed and like about 1,000 supporters saying the game's gone type of stuff. We learned that very, very quickly. But for you, how bonkers is it to get used to, Will? You mentioned the reaction. That's because away supporters in Philadelphia, meaning Niners fans, are sitting amongst Philly fans. You don't have the away section going absolutely nuts probably right next to you. Whereas over there, they got to be separated. All the away fans are in one section, so, no disrespect, but partially so they don't beat the hell out of each other. Is it weird to you to see the intermixing of fan bases over here?
It's funny because most other sports, like rugby over here, doesn't do segmented fan bases. It's a very football thing.
Yeah.
Right? Although football is obviously by far the biggest sport in this country. There are kind of pros and cons to it. I mean, we saw after the CMC, the John Jennings CMC trick touchdown, there were a couple of Niners fans about 2 or 3 rows in front of where our booth was who are obviously feeling themselves by the time it got to that late in the game. And the fact that the 49ers were still in it, despite being kind of nearly touchdown dogs and everything else. And it got a little bit chippy, and you do kind of occasionally see those social media videos of that happening. But there is something I love as a football fan going in and away end. There is something about there's that little contained 2,000 or 3,000 of you when there's anywhere from 20 to 60,000 of the others. And yet you're making noise the entire time. You're singing the entire time. You're giving them some stick. You're letting them know when they're being quiet how ridiculous that is, that you're out singing them despite the fact that they outnumber you 20-1. That's part of the real fun. I love going on the road as a football fan. I haven't done it in a while, actually. It's making me get wistful for it. Maybe I'll wait until the weather's picked up and start going to some games in the not too distant.
April 3rd should be, hopefully, if that works out. The team.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for it. I'm being invited to go, and I'm not going to sit in the way though. I assume you're going to be putting me up in some kind of box or something. Surely, don't you know who I am?
Oh, you know the drill. If you want to stay neutral, then yeah, in the box. If you want to put the kit on, we'll stick you next to the Cowshed Loyal out there in the way box. Huddersfield Town. The team he supports is playing Huddersfield Town April 3rd up at the ACU. So if you're more than welcome in West Yorkshire, says the guy that's not from there, but it feels weird welcoming him into another country's place. But my point is valid. We appreciate you, and would be lovely to meet you in April. Keep doing the great stuff you're doing, Will. It really is a blast to listen to, and you do an excellent job.
You guys on Radio Row this year?
The rest of the station is. Yeah. Mornings are not. We're the only two. The flagship on the flagship isn't, because, to be honest, mornings are a little tough out there.
Yeah, to get the guests.
I'm assuming you'll be out there?
We'll be there. We'll be there doing stuff with TalkSport. I was hoping we could bump into each other, but maybe it's sometime around the city in the week.
Well, if you have time, obviously we'll check in on your schedule as the playoffs continue. We'd love to have you back on your analysis, and the joy that you have in the call, I think, is really what we over here love. There will be no games gone listening to you doing play-by-play. We accept it with open arms, and we appreciate your time, Will. Thank you so much, mate.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. That's Will Gavin. Great job.
Yes.
He really is fun to listen to, and you can tell he enjoys what he does. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings recap. We got audio for you from last night for their winning streak with 3 in a row.
Yeah.
The Knicks, Mike Brown. What the hell is going on, Jason? We'll talk about it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
The Sactown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Niners pull off the big-time upset in Philly, defeating the defending champs 23-19. Christian McCaffrey had over 100 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns in the win. The D comes up with a stop in the final minute to secure the win. Niners now travel to Seattle on Saturday for a divisional round playoff game. Catch that game right here on Sactown Sports 1140, beginning at 4 o'clock.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know? It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
All right, thanks again to Will Gavin for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. It's fun to hear him do his work, his craft, his play-by-play, his magic. So that is awesome to see. Also, Dave, I know yesterday you were doing, or was it the other day before, shout-outs or not shout-outs? What was
Unshout-out.
Unshout-outs. No, I have a shout-out. I'm
Whisperings.
I have a Sac State gear on today. Stingers up.
Game tonight, right?
Yeah, they have a game tonight. Mm-hmm. But my shout-out is, they've gone, everybody's like the transfer portal's all going nuts and people leaving, people going. In all programs, it's just the new way and new way college sports works. But their starting quarterback 2 years ago was Carson Conklin.
Mm-hmm.
He was a freshman, had some great numbers, ended up going to the portal.
Great name.
Transferred to Fresno State. It's like, well, I get it. He had one of the best freshman seasons ever.
He saw the billboard.
He saw the billboard. He's got Bulldog country. But he's back. He transferred back.
How great is that?
Yeah.
How great is that?
Play for Coach Carter. I kept in touch with his family a little bit, and they were big fans. They love Sacramento. But the coaching change kind of caused some things for them to move on, and now the coaching change again, and they're back.
Look at that. See?
It's exciting.
I was going to say the chickens are coming home to roost, but I'm not trying to call them a chicken. But you get
No, it's Conklin.
The prodigal son.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's good. You know what? And we like Coach Carter.
Yeah, we do.
He's got a great personality.
Yes, he does. And still alive in the celebrity
yes, he
survivor,
is.
much like Christopher Lott is.
I mean, you know who else is probably? Fred Johnson.
No, I don't think Fred entered. Fred's not in. Fred wasn't a celebrity.
You just reminded me. I have a issue tonight that I forgot about, and I have not made a decision. Our friend Brad texted me, reminding me that there's a home game tomorrow, and asked if I was coming, meaning tonight.
Yeah.
So I might go to the Sac State game tonight.
Nice. Check out the well.
Yeah. If Brad took the time to one finger out a text to me about it, I feel like he deserves the respect of me attending. But I also don't know. You know what is partially stopping me? Not stopping me, but these are the things that I get in my own head about. Is he just asking if I'm going as a matter of, hey, are you going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he like, I'd like you to come and let's meet up before and talk? And is he inviting me?
You could communicate back.
What do I say? Are you inviting me? That seems needy. But I don't want to disrespect him if he is inviting me as like his guest of just assuming, because I'll just go buy a ticket and sit in the stands. I don't know what he's asking.
No, it's okay to say like, oh, are you inviting me?
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't that's not an assumption? And now all of a sudden I've thrown
I forgot I'm not in your tax bracket.
How about
like when I get asked that, I'm like, oh, is this an invite? Because they know like, oh, you don't have the type of money, just go and get a ticket willy-nilly.
Well, what is a ticket to a Sac State basketball game?
I should know that. And
It's probably what I got to pay $7 to go watch my kid play at home.
How about it's kind of a toss back to Brad, like, oh, I'll have to look into getting a ticket, and then if it's
that's
you
good.
You don't have one.
Yeah.
You'll have to look into it.
Yeah,
and then his response, Dave, I got you, or
that's it.
Hey, if you get one, I'll see you there.
That's it. That's perfect. I could say, I was thinking about it. I assume it's not sold out, something like that, right? Same thing what you're saying. I'm just gussying it up there.
Yeah.
Better yet, look up what his net worth is and say,
Brad,
send that to him.
I'd like 10 tickets, all taken care of by you.
I just know he's coaching and doing the thing, so it's not like, when we're at a Kings game, I'm not going to go sit on his lap, although that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll pop in later. Do that on the air. I feel like that's an invite.
Yeah.
But again, don't want to be presumptive.
But yeah, then you can't show up and go, Brad Miller left me a ticket. And they're like, excuse me?
I'm looking for, what's your name? Carmichael Dave? No. Dave Carmichael? No. Legal name? No.
Brad's friend?
Brad's friend, Dave. Yes.
Yes, it's under that.
There's 200 Brad's friend, Dave. Might be something to take the kid to. Knicks, Kings last night. Kings looking for, the neat thing, whatever word you want to use, the interesting thing is that, first off, first 3-game winning streak of the year.
Yep.
Secondly, it's not like it's, Utah, New Orleans, and Indiana.
Yeah.
What's really strange, and maybe the strangest thing about this team, we talked about it yesterday looking over the schedule. I think about 90% of their wins this year have come against teams that will likely be in the playoffs, and in Houston and New York's case, teams that are expected to do some damage in the playoffs. This streak has come against Houston, the Lakers, and the Knicks, 3 teams almost certainly that will be in the playoffs and playing into late April, early May. I don't have an answer.
Yeah, and literally the game prior to it was the Warrior game where they couldn't have fallen off a cliff more dramatically, and body language, the losing streak was at 7. You look ahead, you go, yeah, they're coming home, but when? Who are they going to beat?
Yeah.
And then boom, Houston. Boom, Lakers, and now the Knicks.
Nobody had that on the bingo card, especially if you'd asked them after they basically walked off the floor in the third quarter against the Warriors.
Right.
And then you say, oh, they're going to win the next 3 against these guys.
Yeah, right.
Well, honest to God, this is something I've wanted for the show for a long time. Chris, I don't know that maybe I've mentioned it, but I have a project that I'd like you and I to work on, unless, Jason, you have an answer too, but I don't. We need an on-call bookie. We need an on-call bookie.
What, to find out what the odds of that were?
Like, I would like to call this person or text them off air and say, hey, could you if I had bet $100 on the money line, meaning no point spread, I'm just betting that the Kings would win. If I had bet $100 after the Warriors game that night that the Kings would win their next 3 in a row against Houston, New York, and then the Lakers in the middle, I gotta say the return would be somewhere in the $2,000 to $3,000, maybe $4,000 range, which is insane odds.
I would say more than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, and that's where I'd want this person to, we guess, and then they come back with a bespoke.
Well, I could do the math.
Line. What do you mean?
If I know what the lines are, it's just parlaying the 3.
But how do you? But is a parlay just a simple add one to the other, or are you sure?
Yeah, you add that, and then you see what the money would be, and then you add that plus to the money that you would receive from.
So what Chris is saying is, let's say I'm not.
Wasn't it yesterday? Didn't we say it was?
It was 10.5.
But no, yeah.
So if the Kings, for example, yesterday, just don't worry about me being exact. Just I'm trying to explain how it works. Let's say the Kings were plus 550 to win yesterday. That would mean if you put $100 down on the Kings, you would win $550. Okay, so that there's two different ways to look at it. There's the line based on points, which is just simple. You bet $100, you win. Depending on what the vig is, $88, $92 back. They take their little rake. If yesterday was plus 550. Let's say the Lakers was plus 450, 350, and let's say the Rockets was another plus 550. What Chris is saying is that would be somewhere in the like plus 15. But Chris, maybe I could be 100% wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure in a parlay situation, the more parlays you have, I think that, in fact, I know that number goes up.
Yeah, because so say you bet on this is what it is.
By the way, welcome to gambling talk with people
we really shouldn't be
with people that have no idea how to gamble. Go ahead.
But the idea is, okay, so you bet on the Rockets, and let's say you were saying it was plus 550.
Yeah.
So you get $550
Yes.
of that $100.
Yes.
Well, your next bet is going to be $550, and that's going to, you said let's say the Warriors was plus 450. Well, then you take that $550, you do the math to get the...
You're talking about a rollover.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a rollover. I'm saying if I parlayed those 3 games.
Well, can you parlay games together?
Yeah, sure you can. You can parlay 3. Yeah.
I've never seen
You can
that.
pretty much bet. You can bet on anything. And there's a bookie out there that would be able to let us know as we got a break here what that 3-game parlay... you're betting that the Kings would win 3 in a row against these 3 specific teams. And I honestly think it would be in the 3,000-4,000s. You think it would be higher. We need a bookie. If anybody knows somebody who can make odds that is a real person and not
help
just
us out,
not Chris Guerrero saying I could do it, then yes, we would love to put that on. I'm just saying.
I'm impressed with Chris.
I am too. I'm with you. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness, top of the hour, 3-game streak. An icy lack of a handshake last night, post-game, that's got everyone talking. And by everyone, I mean like 4 people. And the New York Giants look like they've landed their coach, John Harbaugh, on his way to the Big Apple. We're going to talk about that as well. But first, a word from Gonzalez Law. We'll be right back after this.
2 new voices join the midday. Matt George and Kayla Anderson.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch online at SactownSports.com, on the app, or in your car.
Listen to the latest on the Sacramento Kings, the San Francisco 49ers, and all breaking news.
Northern California is covered.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The best in the middays during your weekdays are on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports, 1140.
Hey, you know what? Dave is right. We are going to hear about Gonzalez Law. Jason Ross here to tell you about Gonzalez Law. He's a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento, and I've been talking about him for a long time, and I've had a chance to know him, have had a couple lunches with him, been out on the golf course with him, and this is someone you're going to want to know if you feel like you need representation or have questions about that. It is Gonzalez Law and the Gonzalez Law team. The offices are in downtown Sacramento. Again, the number is 916-304-9187. Now, there are many reasons you might need representation. He is specialized in expungements. That's something that's happened in your past that you'd like removed from your record, and to kind of have that clean record, to feel good about yourself, to get your rights back. He is specialized in that and has helped many, many people with that. But there are other reasons that you might need representation. Literally, there is criminal defense. There could be an auto accident you're involved that you feel like you need a little assistance with. Maybe some work-related things, wrongful termination, sexual harassment cases. There are a lot of different issues out there that he is very capable of helping with and been very successful at that. In fact, had about a 4-year run where he's undefeated in the courtroom. So you're getting someone that's experienced, that's good at their job, that is local, and kind of understands our community. So Gonzalez Law, Jonathan Gonzalez, effective, impactful, and the person you need to contact. Again, it's 916-304-9187.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's 2026. New year, new you, new resolutions to keep for a couple weeks. Whether you're trying to eat healthy in the new year or not, your best choice is Omaha Steaks. They have multiple bundles to choose from. They have an all-protein pack if you're trying to slim down or eat clean, consisting of butcher's cut filet mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken breast, boneless pork chops, classic burgers, and more. Everything you need for your freezer and meal prep. Or grab one of the other bundles that include potatoes au gratin and caramel apple tartlets. That sounds good. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com, and for an extra $35 off, use promo code SKY at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code SKY.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's happening for the Start Something New sales event?
If you're struggling to find the heavy-duty Ram you need, you'll find it at Hoblet. Plus, right now you can save up to $12,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s, starting as low as $46,995.
Well, what makes Hoblet the best place to get a new Ram truck?
It's simple. We are truck people and have the truck you want at the best prices. We have over 400 new Rams available, one of the best selections of new Rams in all of California. Unlike the other guys that only have a handful of heavy-duty Rams, we have hundreds. If you need a heavy-duty Ram, Hoblet has it.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $3,500 factory rebates and $9,000 Hoblet discounts. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash on select inventory, $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. 5 this net savings, $46,995 for 2026 Ram 2500 Tradesman. VIN number 190143. See dealer for details.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Nice, big, long, uninterrupted 3 for Madness segment right now. Kelly Brothers. What's up, brothers? Coming up at 7:20. He is good at business. Shout out, Dad. I'm sure you're listening. Sam Amick at 8 a.m.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Uh-huh. Well, let's not back that clip up with my dad in the future. That's just, well, I don't like that sandwich. 3 for Madness.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
And that's it. You know, it's like he read my mind. I was going to say.
I hated that.
3 for Madness. Question 1.
The Kings have a 3-game winning streak.
Uh-huh.
Dave, are you and your little tanky friends okay with this?
I think that's exactly how I read it when I saw that this morning.
I think he did it perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
how are your tanky friends?
I can't speak for my tanky friends because Tank Nation is split. Tank Nation is There's a crack in the crevice. Nope. It's split fiction going on between half of Tank Nation and the other half. Look, I as the tank commander, and as always, think for yourself. But I'll just give you where I'm at. Again, I defer to the season ticket holders and the people that attend and the people that are not, which makes up like 80% of the fan base that are not embedded with this team and draft picks and scouting and this and that, whatever. I like it when people go home happy. As always, I talk about with this, there is the micro view and the macro view. The micro view is you play to win the game. They won the game. They've won 3 in a row, including sending Laker fan home, which is always great. And the youth are playing not as maybe a big a part as I'd like, but they're playing a big part. Seeing Dylan Cardwell last night. Although there was one time because he, after a block, after something, he gestures to the crowd and all that. There was one block he had towards the end though, where I was like, "Run the floor, dude." He kind of got into it, but
Dave hates Cardwell.
I'd rather him do that than the other thing, and he is certainly a fan favorite. And you've even got some national folk that are picking up on Cardwell and how he has been kind of a steal and getting some good time. When you look at everything from the macro point of view, and again, I'm not doing this to insult one. I'm actually doing this to praise the others. You can argue that Nate Clifford's been the worst rookie on this team. And he was the highest pick. Mm-hmm. That's right now. And again, this isn't me saying he's a bust. It's just he's struggled more than Max Reynaud. And I think if you put Nate Clifford and Dylan Cardwell's per 36 together, I think Cardwell would have him pretty significantly. If you'd have told me in the beginning of the season that amongst the people doing things, Max Reynaud would be starting and doing well. And that little push shot he's got, his offensive instincts are just fantastic to watch. And then a two-way guy, that's part of what we wanted. Now, I don't think Dylan Cardwell's leading us to a championship anytime soon, but could he be a cog? Could he be the a Duop Reef? Could he be a Lou Dort? And I know the physical comps aren't there, but I'm saying guys, a Keon Ellis, guys that you find out of the heap and you find these diamonds in there. Now, look, dude, if they're winning, like 9 of 10, 9 of 11, then we can have a conversation. And this is part of Scott Perry's evaluation. Odds are there are ways that the front office can affect things. I imagine with DeRozan, Levine, Sabonis, 1, 2, 3 of those gone, things are going to look a little bit different. I don't mind a little bit of joy in the middle of what's going on. Talk to me in a month if the Kings are, we're starting to do the 3.5 out of the play-in conversation.
Right.
I do not see this happening. Repeat, I do not see this happening. But if there's here's where I'll get worried. If there were to be a trade that smells of win now, there was to be a trade that smells of win now, I will light myself on fire. Like that figuratively. I don't see that happening.
So John Morant would be worst case scenario.
I'm sure there's a worser case out there I can't think of, but if Justin
the Kings have been mentioned in those talks.
They have.
In the media. I'm not saying that he's being mentioned here.
That would not fit. And everybody asks about Scott Perry's autonomy, and I've said just no one's going to believe what he says. No one's going to believe it until they see it. So actions speak louder than words. So far, his actions or inactions smell of complete autonomy. If we see a John Morant trade around the horizon or something else similar, that's where I'm going to start worrying about, and I think the fan base will too. Is there interference? I'm fine with it. Enjoy the wins. There will be plenty of losses.
Yeah, I think, what is it? What is your tanky friends? I would just say
Relax.
Here's a couple
Aaron
things
Rodgers.
To think about. I'm enjoying the 3-game win streak. I think the 3-game win streak is fun. All the stats that we say all the time, like if you have the worst record, you don't have any greater odds, but you still root for the lottery.
Yes.
They are clearly in a tier of the bottom 5 teams. This 3-game winning streak has moved them up 1 spot.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
They moved ahead of one team. Here's a couple things that have happened with the teams at the bottom. New Orleans, last month, in the month of December, the team that right now is below the Kings.
Yes.
By just one win.
Yes.
Won 5 in a row. New Orleans.
New Orleans.
They are 2-11 since.
Boy.
So they had a little stretch where they won 5 in a row. What has New Orleans figured out? Apparently not that much.
No.
Indiana, who has the worst record of the league, had won 3 in a row, much like the Kings.
Yes.
They lost last night. Now, I don't know where but they lost their last game. Washington, who the Kings play on Friday, very much similar record as the Kings, are 10-29. They had a stretch where they won 5 of 7. They have now lost 4 in a row. The Kings are halfway through. They're at 11 wins. Before this 3-game winning streak, they're on pace for about 16. They've elevated it to 22. That's with winning 3 in a row.
That's right.
There's basically a bottom tier of 5 teams: Brooklyn, Sacramento, New Orleans, Indiana, and Washington.
Yes.
There's some room to go to get to the next tier, and it doesn't seem like it's far, but it's 14 and 15. Then you get to 17-win teams, and it's kind of that next group is way up there. I mean, they're still on pace for 22.
Yeah.
To get really concerned, they'd have to play way above 500 basketball in the second half of the season, which they have not shown that they're doing. So, and also they still have 2 important pieces out. Like, I don't know. I'm just enjoying what they've done, and they should be enjoying what they've done.
Look, I'm not trying to do some copium here. I just want to remind people, and you've done a good job of doing this too. I think we can both agree, I would say the mark is somewhere around 2, maybe 3 years to really see what a draft pick is going to do. Mm-hmm. I think after 3 years, you get a good idea with a few exceptions. So if we take out the last 3 picks, Cooper Flagg, who looks like he's going to be amazing, Zachary Reese-Sachet, who it looks like he might be, the modern-day Anthony Bennett, we'll see. Not a good start to his career. And then Wembanyama, who obviously, it's about injuries, that's it. I was looking at the previous 10 number 1 picks in the draft. Paolo Banchero, hey, great.
Absolutely.
Also some really, really weird glaring weaknesses with him too that numerically I was looking at the other day. Somebody put up a graphic. But honestly, the Orlando Magic aren't fighting for the title.
Right.
Cade Cunningham, years of injury, looks like he's putting it together. Awesome. Anthony Edwards, star. Zion Williamson, kind of like the Wembanyama thing. Not as big a ceiling, but also it's all about when he's not injured, he's fantastic. Problem is he makes Anthony Davis look like Iron Man.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, I don't know about bust. Well, you know what? Screw that. Actually, bust. Bust because as much about what was drafted after him. Like that was a
stacked draft, and he went 1.
Bad first-round pick already on his, I believe, 3rd team. Markelle Fultz, again, injury an issue, but unmitigated bust. Is Ben Simmons a bust? I feel like he was, but also he made the All-Star team. And
I would say no.
No, he was not a bust.
No.
I struggle with it because the first 4 or 5 years of his career, he was absolutely number 1 pick, star, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But he's already, he's out of the league right now.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what your definition is, but I would say no. He had a career.
He did. Karl Anthony Towns, great player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a top-level elite player. I think he's in that 2nd tier, but very good player. Andrew Wiggins, he's had a good career. I don't think he's if Towns is in the 2nd tier, I think Wiggins is in the 3rd or the 4th tier.
Yeah, Wiggins is a champion and a 1-time All-Star.
Yes. Okay. Good career. Not Hall of Fame worthy, let's put it that way. And then Anthony Bennett before that. So
yeah, and I think if you go to 2000, all the way to 2000, there's 2 players that were drafted number 1 that won a championship on the team that drafted.
Kyrie Irving with the Cavs.
And technically LeBron. Now,
yeah, and technically LeBron. Yes, you're right.
Around, but that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 1 picks in 25 years.
And by the way, in that time frame, you had Andrea Bargnani, Greg Oden, Derrick Rose would have been. I mean, he was amazing till he got hurt.
No, there's guys that are good picks.
Yes.
But it's like the championship part of it, which is
right,
the goal
for
every organization.
And it's like somebody said on social media to me last night, and I hear this every once in a while, like, hey, Dallas got the number 1 pick with a play. It's like, yes, you still want the best odds.
Yeah.
And I would also I'm not saying we don't want you want the number 1 pick. You want the number 1 pick, and you want the best odds at the number 1 pick because the odds and history shows that you have the best chance at getting a superstar there. That doesn't mean, like you're not going to go to the horse. You're not going to go to the you're not going to go to the horse track and bet on the 4th favorite because hey, 4th favorite won last week. No, you're not going to give the 4th favorite the best odds. I still want the number 1 pick. I still want the best odds at the number 1 pick, but it also does not mean you're completely screwed if you don't get either.
Yeah, I think to me, I'm always going to be in the spot where I want the Kings to win games, but I 100% want them to win the lottery.
Yeah,
even if they have the best odds or a .00001, like, hey, look what the impact would have. And it's just you win something. You control the draft.
Yes.
I would assume that they would take the pick.
Yes.
But you know what? You get a call. You're like, hey, we didn't want to trade this, but Team X gave us an unbelievable deal.
Yeah.
And this can also help change our franchise. So it's just nice. Like where the Raiders are, I don't know that it's the same kind of draft for them, but they're picking first. They dictate the terms, at least at the very beginning of the draft.
Yes.
And so go draft the player you want or listen to calls and see where that goes.
I would take, if they want, hey, Zach LaVine and the number 1 for Giannis.
You would do it.
Let's go.
Okay, there you go.
No brainer. Who says no?
Yeah.
Who
Probably
says
the
no?
Bucks.
Question 2.
Question 2.
There was, in fact, no handshake between Doug and Mike Brown after the game last night. Is there a little frost?
I don't. How do I say this? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's the first and most important thing to say is that I do not know. And this is one of those questions that in today's media world, a lot of times people are going to go with what they think and the emotions in the equation. Without knowing anything, and you put a gun to my head and you were like, guess. You better guess. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Here's what I don't want to do, though, is that I don't want to say, oh, obviously. And then it's like, and then we get a text from Doug or somebody with the Kings later. It's like, dude, they were like hugging and kissing before the damn game and it wasn't on camera. And
it was on camera.
Quit spreading rumors. It was on camera? Yeah. I know there's going to be a lot about it today, and there's going to be a lot of guessing, and there's going to be a lot of assumptions, a lot of assuming. And I just don't want to do that, dude. So I think the best thing to say is I don't know. If there is, I don't care. I know juicy drama is fun, and I know I'm going one day of laughing about Dennis Schroeder probably slapping Luka. I didn't know that either. Didn't know that. But honestly, look, Doug's coaching the Kings, Mike's coaching the Knicks. They both seem happy. I was really proud of the fans last night. Best fans in the world, giving Mike a really good ovation. I'm sure that felt good. Mike didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
I wish him nothing but the best, with the exception of when they play the Kings. And he just he was talking about how he went to dive bar and saw the mermaids in the tank, and went to Crew Sushi, and he still loves this community. He's got family and friends in the community, and he should always be able to walk with his head high. And if there is some sort of ice between him and Doug, well, then that's him and Doug, and they're grown men.
Yeah, and also just, I mean, I'm sure that was something that the media and everybody watched. I watched to see. I go, and it's also not that uncommon. It's like you said, was there a conversation beforehand? I have no idea. Maybe not. But it was, done, move on, both sides. That's pretty common. What did see that I was surprised about was when Vivek walked over.
Yes, I was too.
They hugged, they talked, like patted each other on the chest.
Yes.
Look, I mean, again, I didn't hear one word they said, but it didn't look like there was anything but respect and a warm conversation, and I'm like, wow, good for Vivek, good for Mike Brown, and that's about the only opinion I had of it. But I was of things expecting. I did not expect that.
You know you know how sometimes there'll be like a handshake or a handshake hug, and you wonder, is that for show or is it polite affection or is it like actual affection and legit?
Yeah.
I think my line of demarcation always is that if one person's hand makes contact with anything above the shoulder. So, for example, when Mike was talking to Vivek, I think it was Mike's hand was like on the back of, while they were kind of talking to each other's ear, he had his hand on the back of the neck or back of the scalp, I think, back of Vivek's head, right?
Yeah.
Like, I always feel like whether it's a hand to the cheek, hand on the head.
Some pats on the
Yeah, that for me is the line of, and that's classy of Mike.
Yep.
And
and Vivek too to go over there. Like, I mean, I didn't expect it, honestly.
I didn't expect it either, and I don't want to say anything. Like, I'm not trying to be a wise guy. I would say it's really classy of Mike.
Oh, I see.
And not that it wasn't classy of Vivek. I would just say Mike probably has a lot more reason to be upset than 100%, Vivek does.
100%.
So it was nice to see. Good move by Vivek, and again, great move by Mike, and great move by the crowd. I loved that ovation.
Yeah, and I thought too, the other part, like when people are, look, if you're rooting for the Kings, I get it. You want them to beat the Knicks, but like Mike Brown's portion of this, second winningest coach as far as Sacramento goes.
Yes.
And just honestly, a good dude, like a good person. People liked him. And, has said nothing but nice things, and I think you said it perfectly. Yeah.
Sounds like he partied hard.
Yes, he did. He even said, we'll play it later, but he even said, like, I know we started at one bar. I don't remember the next bars I went to. So Mike Brown was getting hammed in Sacramento on the day off. Hey, go for it.
Yeah. And, you can root for him after the Kings game, right? Like, and the Kings won the game. That was fun. Perfect.
I don't, again, we're talking about media and the dramatics of it and all. And I don't want to be that guy, but is part of the reason the Knicks lost last night because Mike was so hungover. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing.
Maybe he left without shaking hands. He's like, I'm about to puke.
Yeah.
Well, we read in. You're right. We read into a lot of this stuff. Like football games, playoff game, whatever. People are like, ooh, that looked like an icy handshake, or that slap on the back.
Right.
It's like maybe there is so much going on. It's like I want to go celebrate with my team. Oh, I had no.
Absolutely.
There was nothing with me and Dave there.
Absolutely.
I wanted to get over to my guys.
Ben Johnson, Matt LaFleur. Turns out Ben Johnson ate a really bad meal that morning, and he had to race to the bathroom, but nobody covered that.
Right.
Also, looking at a vacuum, the Knicks just lost to a bad team.
That's true. Why do we?
Like, if I would like to see Mike Brown's interaction if they lose to the Wizards. Like,
is
he just?
Why do we have to do it though by looking at a vacuum though? What's that going to tell you?
Looking in a vacuum.
Oh, okay.
Just dirt.
Just dirt. Question 3.
Question 3.
Jim Harbaugh is finalizing a deal to be the next coach of the New York Giants. Good move by them?
Jason Ross?
He's not.
He's not what?
He's not.
That's right, because he's very comfortable in, that's not even Chris's fault, is it? Damn it. I was really hoping to rip Chris for that. That's my fault.
I was really hoping you were going to rip me.
My fault. Damn it. Nope. Stop myself. All right. I wrote the question. It was 3:45 in the morning. I said Jim Harbaugh. John Harbaugh. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be weird if it was Jim? And then John went to
Imagine their handshake.
LA. Not
you
great.
Took my job, man.
Oh, my God. How great would that be if, how long would the story go on if, Jim and John Harbaugh played each other and then at their handshake they actually got into a fist fight? How great would that story be, brother on brother?
Or, would it be better if he was one was giving him a noogie and the other one was...
They started wrestling. John Harbaugh finalizing a deal to be the next coach of the Giants. Yeah, it's a great move. I love this. We talked about this. I've said it before. I think the next year's Giants, I don't think they're going to be a game away from the NFC Championship next year. I wouldn't go that far. I think if they can enjoy some sort of health, the fact that you have these built, Malik Neighbors was out almost the entire year. He's a super stud. Jackson Dart is a super stud. We don't need to even talk about Cam Scatteraboo. Brian Burns. I think Abdul Carter is a monster. And, oh, by the way, they're going to have a lot of draft capital coming up, including the number 2 pick in the draft. I love the fit. I think the Giants are a team on the rise. I think John Harbaugh can come in there. They've had so much crap before. Daddy can come home, stabilize everything, help them build. I think the Giants are going to be a force to reckon with.
There are 9 jobs. That's the one he took. I mean, that says a little bit about them and what they think about him and where he thinks they could go. So good for him and them.
And to be fair to your point, to underline it, there were 9 jobs. That's the one he took. He could have had all 9 jobs.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a team out there that would have turned down John Harbaugh.
Right.
Well, except maybe Baltimore, because that'd be weird.
Yeah.
So he could have had all 8. We'll take a break. When we come back, sports business with Kelly Brothers. We'll talk about Kurt Signetti and what he's up to. Brooks Koepka and the NFL versus college football ratings. We'll get to all that next.
The San Francisco 49ers' quest for 6 goes through a familiar rival.
He's got it and 20 more. Touchdown, Seattle.
Niners, Seahawks. This Saturday, kickoff at 5 p.m. Only on Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
Happy Thursday. I'm Ophelia Young in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. The morning is cool, but your afternoon will be quite warm as temperatures work their way to highs in the upper 60s under sunny skies with a light breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, you can drive a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport and enjoy a tradition begun with the first Accord in 1976. Ask about the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back Thursday through Sunday at Cal Expo in Sacramento. Find a huge selection of fishing boats, kayaks, side-by-sides, and more than 50,000 square feet of RVs and campers. And check out Toyota's full lineup of trucks and SUVs. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, Thursday through Sunday at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Well, as we bring in our good friend Kelly Brothers, I'll give you some, breaking news that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks. Kind of a common thread we have been speaking on. It's not on our docket today, but 20 people have been charged with rigging college basketball and Chinese Basketball Association games as a result of a sweeping FBI investigation. That's according to a copy of a federal indictment just unsealed by federal prosecutors in Philadelphia. That happened about an hour ago. It's not the first time we've had this conversation. There are people that think gambling is ruining lives and don't want gambling in sports as much as it is. The quickest way to do that is just basically for everybody to think that everything's rigged.
Yeah.
And nobody will gamble. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning. Yeah, I was just it just reminds me. Have you heard anything at all on the whole Chauncey Billups case? Has that moved forward in any way?
No, nobody cares anymore. It's gone. He's fine. we
Chauncey
swept,
who?
All right, swept it under the rug.
Next story.
Yeah.
But this is all every single time this happens. There's a new story out. Just feeds the. I don't think everything's fixed. I'm that guy, but. For the people out there that either already do or are on the fence, it's just gonna the people that hate these stories more than anyone are the bookies and the casinos because it costs them a lot of money, which I'm fine with.
No, it doesn't. And let's not. I mean, why is this news? I mean, this is just comes with the territory. I'm always reminded of that great old. Now I'm dating myself. That old line in Casablanca. Where they hand the little policeman he says, I'm shocked to find there's gambling going on in here. and then they say, here you're winning, sir. And he says, thank you very much. And he walks out. So that's kind of where sports is right now.
Kelly, we got a national championship coming up next week as Indiana has done just the amazing, and Curt Cignetti's a big, huge part of that. What's been his impact here with that and kind of in the business of college football?
Yeah, this is kind of fun to look at, Jason, mainly because I've given you similar numbers, I believe, with Deion Sanders and also with Mr. Saban when he was at Alabama. But Indiana was a backwater of college football 3 years ago. Just a backwater. I mean, there was nothing going on. But since Mr. Cignetti has come in, not only are they selling every ticket, I think they've their IU football team ticket revenues above $13 million. They signed a $50 million stadium rights deal with Merchants Bank. Their fundraising is up. Mark Cuban even gave them money for the first time ever. But in admissions, if you go back 5 years, they were attracting 45,000 applications a year. 2 years ago, that got above 73,000. Last year, it was even higher. So he's nearly doubled the admissions pool coming in. And what's interesting about that is that if you look at out-of-state versus in-state tuition, it's $30,000 more if you're out-of-state to go to IU. And you multiply that by even 500 new students, you're talking about 15 million times 4 years, $60 million impact right there. So it's a huge impact. A lot of this coming from Joe Pompliano, who follows sports business on Twitter, and he has a Substack. But it really, Mr. Cignetti has changed the fortunes, not just of the football program, but of the university as well. I mean, their standard to get into the school has gone up significantly since he has got there.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier in the week, that it really is unprecedented. Certainly in college football, the success Cignetti has had, not just in a quick turnaround of a team, but a bottom 5, if not bottom 2 worst Division I team historically when it comes to football. There's just no comp. We tried, the Miracle Mets, maybe Leicester City in the Premier League years ago. And speaking of sports gambling, I'll fully be honest. I said this earlier. I said, look, I love Kurt Signetti and everything he's done so far. I'm rooting for Indiana to win the national championship. I'm all in and have been all in on this story as a fan of college football. What really sucks for me, though, is that, probably starting with Barry Bonds all the way up to the story we just read about college basketball, I can't help but have 10%, maybe 20% of my brain going, man, he has kind of turned it around a little too fast. Like, what is there, could there be something going on here that we're going to, it's like a two for flinching. I'm always in a constant state of flinch that if it's too good to be true, it might be too good to be true.
Yeah. Well, what do you got? Like today, the Wall Street Journal wrote about the Chipotle Bowl that he gets every day to watch tape. He gets the exact same one every day, in case you're wondering. Rice, beans, chicken, no other toppings but a side of guacamole. It's $10.90, and that is his lunch every single day. He says, I got plenty to think about. I don't want to think about my lunch. I just know what it's going to be.
That's a common trait, Jason, with successful people. Like Warren Buffett does the same exact lunch every single day. Maybe
discipline, structure.
Well, that was the whole thing, too, with Steve Jobs and what he wore. Remember when he had the little mock turtleneck and the jeans? He just said, I don't want to think about what I have to wear every day. It's my uniform.
Well, kind of with that said as a backdrop, Kelly, what are the ratings, maybe a comp between what the NFL's doing and certainly college football?
Yeah, it was, I went to we were in the loft for the Kings game on Sunday night against Houston. And I looked down the left and the right, and every TV in every loft and suite was on the NFL playoff game. It's about, I mean, there's some variation from year to year, but the NFL is still beating college football handily. In round numbers, the early rounds in the CFP average about 10 million viewers. The quarterfinals averaged 20 million viewers, topped off by the IU game. I think they were up around 24 million viewers. NFL games are still averaging over 30 million viewers. So it's significantly higher. Now, the early rounds, some of them were up against NFL games, which is that's a tough thing to do. So, but the quarterfinals were not up against NFL games. So some of the recent ratings are coming in, but the NFL is still winning fairly handily, and this will be a huge weekend for the NFL, obviously.
Well, one more thing in the world of golf, we talked about this when it came down, not without some very serious financial penalties, not without a few people on the tour grumbling about it, but Brooks Koepka is back on the PGA Tour.
He is. By the way, there was one other Babylon Bee headline I wanted to share with you about the football ratings. They said the NFL has announced that each quarter of the next playoff game will be shown on a different streaming service.
I saw that. That's so apropos, man.
How far are we from that?
Exactly.
God, yeah.
Especially when you go to a restaurant and we don't get Amazon Prime. I'm sorry. Brooks Koepka is back, and Wyndham Clark's comments were the best. Did you? I don't know if have you gone over these on the show?
No, not yet today. No. This happened yesterday.
He said, "I personally like Brooks. I think it's good for the PGA Tour, but it's a little bit frustrating. He's able to get the cake and eat it too. If you had told me that I could be gone for a year and a half, make a boatload of money, and then just come back and start to play on the tour again, I think everyone would have done that."
Yeah.
Wow. So, and there are some. There are a few. Penalties. Koepka has to pay $5 million to an agreed upon charity.
Yeah,
he probably was good. He's probably going to do that anyway. He cannot participate in the equity program for 5 years. That could cost him $50 to $80 million. He also is not going to receive any FedEx bonus payment. He must qualify for the PGA Tour's lucrative signature events, no sponsor exemptions. But overall, it's good. I think it's good for him and good for the tour because Koepka hasn't done anything since he joined the LIV Tour. And so the question is for the LIV Tour, is this just, the crack in the dam? But they announced they had re-signed a few players, I think giving them some more money. It'll just be really interesting to know in their heart of hearts if they think this was a good move at the end of the day, taking a nice big check to leave the PGA Tour.
Well, I think
we'll see.
Yeah, we talked about this. This also might just be not about Brooks Koepka. I think this is more about Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm. Here's the road. We'll take Brooks in. We don't really care about Cam Smith. We want Bryson's the golden goose. I think they want.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they want. Yeah, and he has now blazed a trail back, and he's taken his hits. But I think he's going to be happier, and he didn't have to. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what he had to give up to live, because he did. When he signed on and took all the money, I think it was a 4-year deal, and so he left a year early. He left a year early. Now, what penalty there was with that, I don't think anyone knows.
Kelly Brothers, you good at business, joins us each and every week for our sports business segment on Thursday. Appreciate you. We'll have a national championship or a national champion to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, God, an incredible football weekend coming up.
Yes.
Just between the NFL and the CFP and the Kings. I mean, they're playoff bound. Come on.
They're winning out. They are winning out.
Take care, Kelly. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys.
All
See
right,
you.
Take
Peace
care.
out.
That
52-30, winning out.
Hey, why not? Yeah. It's Kelly Brothers. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings Rewind, including breaking trade request news, sort of, in the NBA. And also, Katie Christensen is just fine. I'll explain the broadcast yesterday, and she is just fine. We'll explain all that next.
2 new voices join the midday. Matt George and Kayla Anderson.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch online at Sactownsports.com, on the app, or in your car.
Listen to the latest on the Sacramento Kings, the San Francisco 49ers, and all breaking news.
Northern California is covered.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The best in the middays during your weekdays are on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports, 1140.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for the Start Something New sales event?
There's no better way to start the year than in a new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. And right now you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP, or save thousands with 0% financing for 60 months and still get the $7,000 Hoblet discount.
Wow. I love that you still have 0% financing available and that you still get the Hoblet discount.
That's why Hoblet has won dozens of customer service awards. And as a 5th-generation dealer, when you buy from Hoblet, you become part of the family. You will not find a better combination of savings and selection with over 400 new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after 7,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 select inventory cash on select inventory, 1,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis, and 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. 5 is net savings, see dealer for details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto-pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes. Upgrade and save today at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers,
But we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Shams Charania reporting that Jonathan Kaminga has officially made a trade demand. Wants to be traded from the Warriors. And in other news, the sky exists. Also the moon and bunnies. I feel like that's all on the same level of breaking news. Yeah, shocker.
Actually, I was
Were you a little
doubting.
Yeah, a little surprised. Sure. Yeah. Very surprised. Honestly, I'm fine with him being.
What did Steve Kerr say it was? Tricky situation.
Tricky situation. I'm fine with him if he's a King, obviously, depending on what the package is. But also, can we just figure it out, please? Can we just. One way or the other.
I mean?
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm tired of hearing about Jonathan Kaminga and the Warriors. Just figure it out, please. Send him wherever. Here's fine, but, Also, last night's broadcast featured this. That's Kyle Draper.
Wait, what?
That's Kyle Draper saying, I think he says, we can't hear Katie in a very underwater sounding thing. And then I think somebody in the truck was saying.
Can't hear Katie at all. We had to kill her.
I just want to be.
Almost sounds like Scott Marsh.
Just want to be clear. Really?
It's not.
Can't hear Katie at all. We had to kill her.
Just to be clear, and of course, Katie is just fine. Meaning they killed her microphone. That slipped out on the air.
Yeah, anyone a bit aggressive.
Anyone in this? Yeah, maybe we had to mute her. Anyone in this business knows things can get wonky at the least time you expect it, and it can be chaotic, and I think me, anyone we instantly feel for the people behind the scenes, and also the people. I know Morgan was
the amount of panic
in
the trunk.
We've all been there, and I think it was Morgan the other day was having an earpiece. Like anytime that happens, if you've been through it, you feel it. A lot of times people will mistake and say, oh, this on-air person sounds drunk.
Yeah.
Well, no, they just can't hear themselves or they're hearing something else or whatever. Anyways, they fixed it and everything's fine.
I think I was telling you about a story this year during Sac State football. It's never happened to me when we were doing a TV broadcast, but I just had this incredibly loud, shrieking feedback for a little bit of time during the game. So much so where I took the headset. I mean, I just couldn't keep them on. It was too painful. Took them off and had the microphone, in front of me.
Yeah, because it's a headset microphone.
Yeah, and then I was leaning into hearing Darren, my partner, on TV. So then right after that, we were on halftime, and it was gone. It was fine. Then at halftime, it happened, but I was on camera doing an interview, and I was going, oh my gosh, it was really painful. It lasted for...
What were you doing?
I was really groaning.
No, I just wanted to.
I know you did. I didn't want to do that. But it was so it was like, man, this is piercing my brain.
Yeah, it's
and
not
I'm
good.
trying to, and you're on camera.
Yeah, and you're trying.
Instead of wanting to go, woo, and throw the headphones off.
Well, let's not try.
Wow, Jason really doesn't like this guy he's talking to.
Not at all. Get out of my ears. Gosh. Kings replay. A rewind right now, please. La 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 la. Kings and Knicks for a 3-game winning streak.
Well, so far so good on this 7-game homestand for the Sacramento Kings. They have taken care of the Houston Rockets.
Rocket, I'm taking a rocket.
What?
They took care of the Lakers.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
And now they were looking for their first 3-game winning streak of the season as they were hosting the New York Knicks.
Hey, I'm walking here.
This also marked the return of former Kings head coach Mike Brown, who was fired 13 months ago and now is leading the second-best team in the Eastern Conference.
Who cares?
Oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean.
The Knicks scored the game's first 4 points, and then after a DeRozan hoop and a Levine 3, the Kings were ahead and would never trail again.
I am bulletproof. Next time, you best bring kryptonite.
Well, what helped make that fact true was an early fall by Knicks star guard Jalen Brunson. He played the first 4 minutes and 59 seconds and then went to the locker room and never returned.
Oh, God. You know, geez. That's terrible.
What the hell is that, dude? That didn't sound very genuine.
No. Sorry, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah, it didn't sound genuine at all.
It didn't.
No.
Well, along the way in the opening quarter, the Knicks started a theme by missing shots, a lot of them, as they went 0 for 9 from 3 in the first 12 minutes.
It was great.
Well, they also missed from the foul line.
I need some pizza, 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 pizza. Every time I want that pizza.
Is out of all the things in Chris's bank, are his pizza drops the strongest?
Pretty solid.
I feel like he's got like a Major League Baseball rotation of pizza drops.
There's a lot of pizza being delivered.
Pizza guy, that one, pizza, me so hungry.
Yeah. Well, maybe a preview here. Much to the fans' delight as Josh Hart gave them some mountain mics as he missed twice for a slice.
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, going tummy, me so hungry, me so hungry.
That's Roki Sasaki coming in out of the bullpen.
After one quarter, 32-17 Kings, with Sacramento already having 3 double-figure scores. DeRozan with 10.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
Levine with 10.
Veen.
And former Knicks Precious Achua with 10.
What are you, celebrating or sneezing?
In the second quarter, the Kings kept the cushion and by halftime allowed a season-low 42 points for their best defensive half of the season.
You shall not pass!
Well, New York didn't help themselves at all. At one point, they were 1 for 20 from 3. Hey, Dave, more like the New York Bricks, am I right?
What?
No, the New York Bricks.
Just let me do the talking.
The third quarter turned into a slog as it was a foul fest, but the Kings were making their free throws.
So this team is perfect.
The game slowed down, but Sacramento still scored 40 points in the third quarter and at one point led by 25 points, their second largest lead of the season.
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke.
In that third quarter, DeMar DeRozan hit a three-pointer and moved ahead of Kevin Garnett for 22nd all-time in scoring in NBA history. The break between the third and fourth quarter, with the arena in a frenzy, one-time owner Greg Lukenbill was out on the court holding a Get On Your Feet sign to get the fans into full throttle mode.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just saying, did they show that on TV?
Hey.
I was like, wait, Greg Lukenbill's
It might
out
have.
there.
Maybe I was in the bathroom or cooking dinner or something.
That was after they
I
killed
didn't
Katie,
know.
or...
Yeah, it was right. It was after. It was in the aftermath. Shout out, Luke.
The fourth quarter was just time ticking away until the inevitable for Mike Brown and the Knicks.
I wish there was a word to describe the pleasure I feel at viewing misfortune.
They didn't give Greg the microphone, though, at any point.
No, they didn't.
Greg would have.
He's still going.
He had something to say.
Sacramento was not going to let go of the rope, and we were going to see the beam.
And you got to give the people what they want.
Again. The Kings snapped their 4-game slide against the Knicks.
Bing bong.
They get a season high in points and rebounds from Precious Achua.
Chicka, 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 chicka. Toot, toot.
A double-double from Westbrook.
What the hell? Russell Westbrook?
25 smooth points from Zach LaVine. The Kings are now 3-0 on the homestand and will welcome in the Washington Wizards on Friday night.
I know you like Harry Potter.
Wizard Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry, said Gandalf.
And there you go.
Hey.
If you missed the game, now you know what happened.
And that's the rest of the story. Rob Thomas sighting in the...
yeah, I think that's a first.
At the end. That is a first. Yeah. Zach's got his signature call.
Yeah, but he was called on again, and there was more. This was a smooth 25.
What a great album by Santana and Friends. It's a good album. Underrated?
You went great to good.
Great album. Okay. Great album.
Great album.
I don't know. I hadn't looked at the schedule. I didn't realize we're playing the Wizards next.
Yeah.
100% loss. Right? It has to be. The way things are going, of course you're going to beat Houston, the Lakers, and the Knicks, and then lose to the Wizards. That just makes sense to me in this world. I think the Kings will be favored. And funny enough, I would like to do some research. When was the last time the Kings were favored in a game? It has to have been a while.
2003.
We'll take a break. When we return, hey, who's that? Is that Sam Amick in the waiting room? Wow. With the
police summoned Sam Amick.
The bombshell involving Jonathan Kaminga asking for a trade January 15th and everything that goes with it. Scott Perry coming on earlier this week. We got a lot to talk with Sam about, including the Ja Morant situation, yada, yada, yada. Sam Amick of The Athletic joins us next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Happy New Year, Susan. I really appreciate you picking up the bill for lunch.
I'm happy to. One of my New Year's resolutions is being better with money. So I've started using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for buying gas.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I earn cash back just for buying the gas I was already buying.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play and start earning cash back on everyday gas purchases. Use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents per gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RIDER. Code RIDER.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
When value matters, Elk Grove Chevrolet delivers. Right now, purchase a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado for $4,500 off. The Silverado 1500 stands out with legendary towing power, a bold new design, and the dependability you expect from Chevy. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com for full details. Don't miss your chance to drive the new Chevrolet Silverado. Stop by Elk Grove Chevrolet today and experience quality that goes the distance.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam! The one and only Monster Jam.
packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more, only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center January 23rd through 25th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Savings available on select opening night tickets.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Question in the chat, basically. Are the Kings undefeated when Brett Lukenbill attends?
No. Definitely not.
This year.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, so that's 4 wins in the last... I went to the Dallas game, they won. Now they won 3 in a row.
That was last year.
Oh, my God. Did I inadvertently start a winning streak? Oh, no.
You're forgetting the 7 games in between that they lost?
That didn't count.
Oh, okay.
That didn't count. Sam Amick will join us momentarily. So, YouTube guy that always starts everything when we start talking. Get ready. Not yet, though, is Sam Amick, as we turn the cameras on, joins us right now from the Athletic, 4 syllables. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, there he is.
Happy to be with you. I will fix my camera work in a moment. You got me?
Yeah, we got you. Hey, no problem, as Sam joins us. And what a busy time, as I just saw 13 minutes ago, Sam tweeting out regarding the Kaminga trade demand that was just communicated through the media, and which truly changes nothing. It's been met with a shrug by the Warriors. That's his tweet, not mine. And yes, when that breaking news came out, we kind of likened that to, the sky exists and the moon is there. No one really surprised by the trade demand from Jonathan Kaminga.
No, I mean, it's just the funny part of this job is his camp and safe to assume his agent, Aaron Turner, decided to put that out. But, the shrug emoji explained in more detail is that the Warriors hear from his camp all the time. So that's where the shrug emoji comes in. And, just in terms of leverage and negotiation, what I thought was interesting was, I don't know what they could threaten at this point. Like, he's not playing. There's nothing he can hold over their heads other than playing. And as we reported today, that's been a little bit more of a two-way street than folks, I think, had assumed, as far as like Steve Kerr deciding not to play him, but then at times when he was ready to play him, Jonathan not being willing to play. So, the day is finally here, and that situation is still pretty messy.
Yeah, I think it's, it makes, I guess, some sense, Sam, from the agent side of things to go, well, we actually have a day that it can now happen. It's here. So they're anxious. What do you think the Warriors' approach will be to this? Because I think he is a player that some will want, but, I don't know that they love having the DNPs behind a talented player. How do you think they handle this?
They continue. It's weird, and this is very King-centric. For now, it really feels like the Kings are kind of not their only hope. They're talking to other teams, but the level of interest with the Kings on the one hand has been fairly high, but then, the willingness, like we talked about last week, to give up the type of stuff that they offered in the summer is not there. The price tag has gone down, but the Kings are, in their talks with other teams, are keeping an eye out for a potential third team to do this Kaminga deal with the Warriors, and the Warriors don't want any money beyond this season coming back. So we'll see if they can find an answer there. Beyond that, I mean, it's like interest, but nobody coming real aggressively for him. The Lakers, which we wrote about today and confirmed, and then the Mavericks we've written about in the past, but that was kind of in passing during Anthony Davis discussions. So yeah, no clear outcome here.
Sam Amick joining us. Sam, we talked about it earlier, but just want your thoughts on it. There were reportings that the Kings, amongst others, including the Heat, were in on or interested in the Ja Morant. I think it's just a stakes. I don't think it's a sweepstakes. It's just the Ja Morant whatever. Not what I'd heard, but you got better sources than me. What have you been seeing or hearing?
Yeah, I mean, it's for one, the Kings talked to the Grizzlies within the last month before the news that Ja was definitely available, and that set the tone for the way they see the situation, because their front office had signaled that if we were going to do that, then we are looking for major draft capital in return. Now that obviously now, given the market, what Trae Young got, and just kind of how things are playing out, that looks delusional. They were talking about multiple first round picks, maybe even up to 3-4, the Desmond Bane type of package that they got from Orlando in the summer. That's just not there. And so the only tiny qualifier I would give regarding King's interest is, like, if you want to take our long-term money back, like what I was told is they have no interest in giving up draft capital to get Ja. So, things can happen before now in the deadline, but the idea that they were pursuing Ja, I was told was not the case.
Sam, anytime we hear about trades, I feel like the team that's desiring to trade wants draft capital.
Mm-hmm.
Do teams want to even get, are trades going to happen? I don't think anybody wants to give up draft capital anymore.
Yeah, I mean, so, obviously some will happen, Jay. The Lakers are worth watching because they've got their, I want to say 2031 pick that is their kind of major tool at the moment. And there's a world that exists where they, find a way to maybe swap that with another team into multiple lesser first round picks and then do a little business. And that, that's worth keeping an eye on in relation to Keon Ellis, who they have interest in. But you're right, generally speaking, that teams are trying to hoard draft capital. And I would, as a related aside, I would love to see the call log, and I might have already made this joke, I think, but of the Oklahoma City Thunder and Sam Presti, their GM, because they've just got all the picks. So teams are certainly calling them and saying, hey, can we get one of this for that? I mean, that's so much of the overall count is in OKC. It's just absurd.
We've had a little bit of this conversation before, but it just is so damn fascinating to me as we're in the middle of another trade season. When you look at Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mikal Bridges, Desmond Bane, when you look at the return they got, where you're talking about, I think, a combined, I want to say 15 first-round draft picks just between those four players alone, plus other things, you can make an argument that I don't think you can make an argument. Every single one of those players got more of a return than Luka Doncic. Now, forget Trae Young and forget what Ja Morant's going to get. Those guys got more of a return than Luka freaking Doncic. Do you have any sense that Adam Silver, who's, he's almost like the Fed chair, bad example, but somebody who's always trying to pull this lever and pull that lever to figure things out, is there any sense that the NBA is looking at this trade landscape and going, dude, some of our best players are being traded for a bag of Cheetos and a Ford Falcon. We need to figure this out.
I mean, I have no knowledge that it's a major issue in their minds, but certainly the idea that, the shine is coming off some of the star players. Like that's not what the league was built on. At the same time, I can already hear, kind of Adam in my head talking about the depth of the Oklahoma City Thunder and the two-way play and the Indiana Pacers, magical Cinderella run that was also rooted in depth. And so that's the give and take, is that, that I think is a healthy component of the league now, but it also cuts into that kind of that superhero culture that they had created within the NBA. You know what I mean? Like the fact that there's only 15, 20 guys that if you were playing NBA 2K that you want to control. The optics of, like you said, these guys getting flipped for a bag of chips is maybe problematic, but I'm not hearing any specifics about it being a huge concern for the league just yet.
Sam, when we've talked to you throughout the season, we all kind of marked that date in December when more trades were available at that time. Today is another day, as we mentioned. Kaminga would be someone
JK Day.
JK Day. He, among others, are available. And then we're a few weeks away from the actual deadline. Do you feel like today is a jump start, or it's just officially kind of another day in the league that as we get closer is really when we'll get the real trades happening?
Yeah, I don't think today moves the needle. Shoot, I was obviously just reporting on the Warrior stuff and the shrug emoji and the fact that it's, I'm obviously relaying some of those sentiments regarding it being just not a game changer in terms of his situation. And then from there, I think the only clock and date that matters is February 5th. Certainly there was an uptick in discussions back in December when all the contracts around the league were available to get moved. And Jonathan's change, maybe the Warriors' phones ring a little bit differently today. I mean, there is without question like a human component to the way front offices operate. Like if it's loud today. It's already very loud. We dropped a big inside story on how they got here. ESPN had their story obviously on the trade demand. So it's loud. And I do wonder, from a human standpoint, does that compel teams to say, okay, let's make this a priority to talk to the Warriors and see if we can't get this young guy on our team?
How important is an exciting trade deadline to the league, if you had to guess? I'm still kind of back on what we were talking about. How important, because it's not just the deadline that creates that news cycle. It happens to be a lot of the trade deadline, or at least a week of it as we get towards the end. It happens to be during dead week in between the championship Sunday and the Super Bowl. That always helps. It's almost like branding, getting the NBA in the eyes and ears of the sports public. And then, of course, what comes afterwards, a renewed interest for many teams who have the new player that they might go out and do something. Is this just a fan thing, or does it carry importance with the league, in your opinion?
No, it carries importance. I mean, I've always been struck by, the league's kind of dirty little secret in terms of how much they love the gossip. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about the media stuff. Like, you would think, like players and coaches a lot of times are, they're giving us pushback when we report on, and speculate on different scenarios. And obviously these are real people that if you live in Sacramento and you might get traded, you would, you don't really want to wake up and read about where you might be. But the truth is that the league loves it. They just do. They've loved free agency speculation. They love trade speculation. The fans love it. We obviously have some sense of how many people read our stories. And, I think the absolute die-in-the-wool hoop heads would be saddened to hear like the degree to which the readership on the game, differentiates from the readership on the business around the game. So the way you framed it though is accurate too, Dave. Like you have at least a handful of big trades. Luka goes to the Lakers last year and now you have something to monitor and find interesting until the end of the season. It's not just the fireworks of the deal itself. It's then, having a reset button on the season and seeing like, oh, this midseason acquisition, can he elevate this team to the next level? How's that adjustment going? So yeah, I mean, it's free agency and trade season are two big tentpole events for the league.
I'm with you, Sam. I think the league does secretly love the gossip of it. But let's go back to the Kaminga part of this. He's not traded right now. He could be traded anytime. Maybe he's not traded. But the situation as it exists, he's not a star in the league, but he's a player that people know. And the Warriors are a major franchise that aren't playing him. And maybe it can get uglier along the way. How do you think the league feels about that if it really does turn kind of a situation where, Kaminga's group is badmouthing the Warriors, and he's just a player that's not playing like that? That doesn't look great. But do you think? What do you think the league thinks of something like that?
I'd be pretty surprised if they weighed in, if they cared all that much. I mean, it's not Ja Morant. Like Ja Morant, for example, I actually think that's more of a situation to monitor.
Because he's a bigger name, or
yeah,
okay.
Yes, because they don't want. I mean, literally, it was like yesterday that Ja Morant was being marketed as potentially the best kind of great American hope on the NBA front in this age of international dominance, that Ja was going to be a special American player. And now it's kind of how the mighty have fallen. But they go to Berlin, for example, for this game, and it's it's unclear if he's going to play. And then they say he's not going to play. It looks very much like he's choosing to sit. He just got into an argument with his teammate during practice that got caught on video. The optics around Ja are bad again. And if he suddenly just doesn't hit the floor until the trade deadline, and I don't know if that's going to be the case, that's a star that, that's going to be unacceptable, and the league's going to have to step in there. Jonathan is a role player that Steve Kerr can look the league dead in the eye and just say, I don't care if he's healthy or not. I don't think he helps us. I think that one is just night and day from some of the, something like Ja.
I just wonder if it is in a weird way devaluing the brand itself, because you said it right. These superstar names, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Ja Morant. I mean, these are stars, and obviously Luka's on his own level. And because whether it's salary, and I include Luka in this too, because shockingly, Anthony Davis is hurt again. Dallas is trying to trade him for a bag of chips right now. The salary, all of that combined. Whereas I look at Trae and most likely Ja and Luka, and I look at the return they got or are most likely going to get, and then I'll go back to Desmond Bane, Denny Avdia from what the Wizards got from Portland. And to be honest, I think I can sit here and say that there's a decent chance when and if Ja Morant gets traded, dollar for dollar, pick for pick, Keon Ellis will probably get around the same, if not better, return than Ja Morant. I feel like this is a story that it just seems like it's weirdly devaluing these big names.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know the solution.
Yeah.
And I also don't know who are you blaming, Dave? Like, who is doing this?
I don't think it's, Fred Smith going behind the scenes, but it seems like this is and we talked about this earlier, Sam. We live in a world now where we don't look at stats. I mean, we do, but we don't. We don't look at age. We don't look at stats, because in any other world, Zach LaVine, Ja Morant, Trae Young, all with their faults, but these are borderline all-star or all-star players. We don't just look at that now. It's how long are they signed? What are they making? I think this is a result of the last CBA and the apron situation having this effect that I don't know if they anticipated it or not, but now you've got these teams that are like, yeah, we had our biggest stars, Domantas Sabonis. There's like no market for these guys, and you're talking about all-stars or all-star adjacents. That doesn't jibe too well with me.
No, I hear you. And I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, the system is the game-changing component. The changes that were made to the way business is done. It reminds me to a lesser degree about in the summertime, it was so weird to me to watch the Kevin Durant negotiations with the Houston Rockets about an extension. Now, they eventually got a deal done, but it was just like, this is, even at his age, this is Kevin freaking Durant. You just traded for him, and you're haggling with him over the number because of the degree to which these teams are trying to keep their books as clean as possible. So, long-term money, big-time money. The Lakers are another example. I know he's 75 years old, but LeBron James is like very possibly going to get exiled this summer just because of how much money he makes.
Wow.
That could happen. People are just wondering if he wants to keep playing, where is that going to be? He can obviously get a job, but I don't know that there is a job for him at max money at 42 years old. There probably isn't. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's probably some, to quote the late great David Stern, unintended consequences of this CBA, but we're still a ways away from an opt out and a negotiation to fix any of that.
Sam Amick joining us from The Athletic. Sam, I know you were at the game last night. There were storylines going in, obviously, with Mike Brown's return. The Knicks trying to figure out kind of some of their road struggles, but still having a great season. While the Kings are doing something here they haven't done clearly all season long. They've put about 12 good quarters of basketball together against good teams. I'm a bit surprised by it, but you watched it. What have you thought about Sacramento here the last 3 games?
Yeah, super weird. I hate, rooting for the fans' sake. I ran into some friends at the game and went and said hello to them, and they were having so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so on that side, it was good to see. And then I was like the Grinch who was like, well, yeah, but your pick, like, what about your pick?
Yeah.
So that I don't know, man. I think the longer I cover this, I'm getting closer to wishing the league just would completely detach the draft from results, maybe go NFL style. But like, I don't know how to explain how well they're playing. Shot the lights out, buried the Knicks early, and it's a nice little stretch here for them. I don't know, is it tied into it all, the showcasing of certain guys to increase their value? Maybe, but it doesn't normally work this well if that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's always fun to see the locals have a good time. We've talked for decades now about how incredibly loyal this fan base is, and it continues to amaze me because they've got a god awful record. And if you didn't know any better last night, you'd think they were in the playoff hunt. So, meanwhile, I mean, they really might have a damaging effect on the Knicks going forward because they were already sideways. And, now the reports out of New York tonight are that Karl Anthony Towns was lazy against the Kings and is, sideways with Mike Brown. And so, yeah, interesting night at the office. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention from a media standpoint how much I enjoyed Mike's legendary pregame press conference.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes. Yes.
The dive bar is the winner today.
Great pub.
So, oh my gosh, all of them. I tweeted about it. Like, it was great. Crew and Ella and the kitchen.
Yes.
He went everywhere.
Here's quickly to share this story. I go to Nick's shoot around yesterday. It was at Sac State. And I say hello to Mike, and I've always enjoyed him, obviously. It was hilarious to me. I say hello to him, and I can share this now. So he shared the whole story. I said, how was the last couple of days in Sac? Oh, it was great. We went to dive bar. And he laughs. He's like, I don't know where we went after that because we had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure. So I think nobody told me all this in like privately, and not in a million years did I think that evening that he would just get in front of that microphone and just say, oh, let me tell the world.
Right.
And he turns to their PR guy and his name's Derek. He's like, oh, sorry, Derek.
Yeah. Saw that. He's one of a kind, man. Last thing for you. We got 2 minutes left, but because I don't know if you want to touch this or not. It's always fun to end on a curveball since the theme, we never know where we're going to go with Sam. But the theme today seems to be, Sam, what do you think the league thinks of this? What do you think the league is thinking about the new podcast everyone's talking about, the Max Kellerman, Rich Paul podcast on Bill Simmons' Ringer platform, noted Celtics fan, that seems to be upsetting a few in the Lakers camp, including Austin Reeves' agent. Is this something the league cares? It seems like it should be something they look at, whether it's tampering or talking when you shouldn't, when you're a guy doing the thing. It just seems a little hanky to me. Do you think they care?
They probably care because they care about preserving LeBron's legacy to some extent, and this is not a great look. It's something. They don't really have any control, though. The union is the controlling agency of the agents, the players union. And, he's not breaking rules. He's just breaking decorum, and then you add in the ringer component, which I had been naive to until people started highlighting it. And admittedly, I will be asking Rich at some point to share his perspective on that accusation. It's crazy. I mean, it's not going away either. The Anthony Davis situation, for example, if he hadn't gotten hurt, I can confidently share that like Rich was going to eventually be on his podcast there to apply pressure, to that situation through his podcast.
Wow.
And I know this because I had asked if he wanted to talk to us, and it was like, oh no, I got a place, I'm good. So it's just a different avenue, but I don't think it's going away.
Well, there you go. Sam Amick, and you can check all that out on the YouTube, on the app as well. Our YouTube guy. Now, we got right to basketball.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be.
A lot of stuff there today.
Shouldn't be. We should get some compliments, I hope, out of him. Sam, appreciate you. Follow Sam on Twitter. Check him out at The Athletic. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take care. That's Sam Amick. We're late for a break. When we come back, 4-down territory. Raiders, you're on the clock when it comes to coaches. We'll talk about the effect of John Harbaugh, Giants. Big draft news yesterday as well, and maybe some Fred Warner news. We'll get to that next.
Here when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes! There's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Happy New Year, Susan. I really appreciate you picking up the bill for lunch.
I'm happy to. One of my New Year's resolutions is being better with money. So I've started using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for buying gas.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I earn cash back just for buying the gas I was already buying.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play and start earning cash back on everyday gas purchases. Use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents per gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RIDER. Code RIDER.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Sacramento's Outwork playlist is Mix 96.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Now with 4 opportunities each weekday to be our $1,000 Employee of the Day. Today's hits and yesterday's favorites. Mix 96.
There's the hard way to buy a car, and then there's the Hoblet way. Transparent prices, fast paperwork, and a team that's there to help, not hover. We've spent 77 years refining this process so you can get in, get out, and get driving with zero drama. Car buying doesn't have to be stressful. At least, not when you do it the Hoblet way. Experience the difference at HobletDodge.com. The easy way to buy.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, thanks to Sam Amick. Check that out on the app or YouTube or even both. We'll take the views. 1-800-912-1140 is your phone number. 916-339-1140 if you want to call in. In the meantime, 4-down territory. Question 1.
Of the 9 NFL head coaching openings, John Harbaugh, nice catch, Jason, is taking the Giants. How should the other 8 teams, yes, you Raiders, how should they feel about this?
I think they should feel like, arguably, I mean, I'm not counting Tomlin. Adam Schefter says he's not coaching next year. Adam's pretty connected. I'm going to go ahead and say Tomlin's not coaching next year. I would say, arguably, if not inarguably, the best coach on the market. He went to what I think is arguably the best situation. I mean, we talked about the Raiders being a great situation yesterday. You know how I feel about the Giants. You know how I feel about where they're going. And injuries aside, and hopefully they all come back healthy next year, I think they're a quiet giant. I totally get why he's doing that. Hello. Quiet giant.
They won 4 games.
They did.
But it's situation, like you talked about.
Exactly.
A young quarterback, pretty good defense, draft capital.
Young quarterback that can run, much like the quarterback he had in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Are they going to move him to receiver?
Great point right there. Well, hey, you might want it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe moving, I don't know if it was by design, but moving to the other conference away from your brother.
Yeah.
So they don't play as I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe there's nothing there on that part. But, I mean, there are some good situations, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe at least going in or better records-wise this year. But he chose the Giants, and obviously the Giants chose him. And so the Raiders, though, have the number 1 pick. It's a prideful organization that just hasn't been good very long. Yeah, I don't know what they're ultimately going to do, but that's Harbaugh picking the Giants. The Giants should feel good about that. He's got a great track record. The Giants are weird. They're a weird team. They haven't really been very good, but they sneak in every once in a blue moon as a wild card and then sneak in and get a Super Bowl years back. But, yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Looking at the Giants' schedule last year, and I know this is in some ways a silly exercise because, hey, it's not about what could have happened. It's about what happened. But they lost in Dallas by 3 in overtime. They lost by 1 at Denver.
Oh, and that was the collapse. I mean, that was a historic comeback.
Total collapse. They lost by 4 at Chicago. They lost by 7 in overtime at Detroit. They lost by 3 against Minnesota. And then they won their last 2, meaningless, whatever. That's 5 games that they lost in overtime or by a single score. You turn those right around, and again,
bring it home, Harbs.
I get it. You turn that around, and they're sitting there at 9-8, and we're having a whole different conversation when you consider how young and talented that team is. I'm not. I like I said, I think you can make an argument that it's the best available job out there, top to bottom. On top of that, I don't think the NFC East is particularly a strong division.
No, it's not.
I really don't.
I mean, I know you have the past Super Bowl champs,
sure,
but they're now out. And,
yeah.
What about the New York element of it?
Well,
I say pressure, but it hasn't been a winning team.
I think first off, the Giants The New York Giants are the what do you say? They're the Transformers to everyone else's GoBots. In other words, in every market where you have two teams, there's always the brand name and then there's the off-brand. And by the way, no disrespect to the off-brand, where guys like Chris tend to glide towards those teams, the ones that everyone isn't jumping all over. It's the Yankees, not the Mets. It's the Giants, not the Jets. It's the Dodgers, not the Angels. It was the Giants, not the A's. Not trying to piss off A's fans, but the Giants got better numbers. The Giants,
Knicks, not the Nets.
Knicks, not the Nets. And the Giants are. I think the Jets kind of take a little of that pressure off the Giants. Also, the Giants being bad long enough takes some of that pressure off. And let's be honest, it's not like John spent his last decade plus of his career in Oklahoma City. He was playing in Baltimore, which is effectively that, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, all that area. They're all smushed together. He knows a bit about pressure, and his track record is going to get him a lot of leeway. So I do think there's a lot of reasons for it. Makes sense to me, and if I'm one of the other teams, I'm not offended. I go, I probably would have taken that too.
Yeah,
makes
go get yourself your own good coach and see what you got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Second down, please.
The New York Giants have won the NFC East since the New York Giants haven't won the NFC East since 2011. Do you think Harbaugh will lead the Giants to a division title within the next 5 seasons?
I think he might do it next year. I do. I'm sky high on the Giants. I really am, and that's consistent.
Why will they be better than the Eagles?
I think they'll be better than the Eagles. Well, let me put it this way: if they end up being better than the Eagles, I think it's going to be. Look, Howie Roseman is maybe the best GM in the league. I don't discount that, but they've got coordinator issues. And by the way, that might just be the thing. The Eagles might turn around next year and be a revelation. It's because the coordinator sucked so bad. The fact that they fired him, you read about the response. That was a big deal with the players throughout the year. So that might be a huge addition by subtraction. They obviously have a ton of talent, but they've also got a lot of stars on that team. They got a lot of cap stuff. A.J. Brown, that situation. What are they going to do with that? There's a lot of drama there. Dallas is going to be Dallas. They're going to load up. They're going to do things, whatever, and they're going to end up 9-8 or 8-9. I think the Commanders are very intriguing because of the injury issues they had this year, what they were last year. And I'm not giving up on Jaden Daniels in his third year. But I think the Giants, and we've talked about this before, between having a young mobile quarterback, as Chris said, Jackson Dart, having the best running back perhaps in the league in our very own Cam Scadaboo, Malik Neighbors, who is a top 5 receiver, and then you go to the defense, and which is anchored by Abdul Carter. You've got Brian Burns. You've got Dexter Lawrence. And, oh, by the way, you have tremendous draft capital going into next year. There's space there. I just really think the Giants are set up to – I look at them like I looked at the Lions a few years ago. I look at them like I looked at the Bears last year. I just think there's a lot – has to go right.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of really good building blocks there in a division that I don't think is the most consistent.
Yeah, and what's crazy about the division not being the most consistent, I think I read this right, that they haven't won the Giants the division since 2011.
That's crazy.
15 years,
That's
this stuff
crazy.
cycles through. And Harbaugh won 6 with the Ravens.
Yeah.
So, I mean – his success, his past would tell you that he'll do it. And I think what you said about the division, I think it's gettable.
Yeah.
So I would say, yes, he will do it within the next 5 seasons.
Third down.
Many have Oregon quarterback Dante Moore as either the top pick or number 2 pick in the draft, and he announced yesterday that he's going back to school. What do you think of his decision?
It's really weird, man. It's really weird. I think I saw yesterday he's giving up somewhere around $35 million guaranteed to go back to Oregon. I cannot think of a reason, even with NIL and the fact that he ain't broke, but he ain't making $35 million. You're going to go back now to school and you're going to risk, and God forbid, but it's a fact you have to think about. He suffers a Joe Theismann, something crazy. Anytime you go out there, you're putting a lot at risk. It's football. There's literally only 2 things I can think of that make any sort of sense. Number 1, Oregon is basically Nike's university that Phil Knight and friends are they have lined him up something lucrative, or he don't want to go to the Jets. He looks at all the quarterbacks the Jets have taken, and quarterbacks that they have either ruined their career, or quarterbacks that they damn near ruined their career and had to escape and go through Shawshank before they came out and are starting now for other teams and recovering. Who was the kid? Zach, what's his face, with the good-looking kid out
Zach
of BYU?
No. Out of where?
I thought it was out of BYU. Quarterback they
Jimmer
took
Fredette.
a few years ago. Zach
Wilson.
Thank you. Like, I'm never gonna. We're probably never gonna know if he's any sort of a quarterback or not. But I'll tell you this much: going to the Jets didn't help. I just don't think. That's all I can think of is he's like, I'm not going there. Mendoza's going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I ain't going there.
Well, I will say I think NIL is helping. It's not like you said. I mean, there's talk about a guarantee. Like second, let's say he went second. Last year's second pick got, I think, a guarantee of between $30 and $45 million. I think Travis Hunter, like $45 million as a guarantee in the signing. He's not getting that kind of money at Oregon, but he is getting money. And I think that's different. Like when people go, how would you not leave? Look at the money you're turning down. Well, he's doing well at Oregon. I want to think, and this is maybe too pie in the sky, he loves college. It is a great time.
Yeah.
College football is fun. It is more of a business, but it's not the NFL business. That's what I want to think. I know his other quote was like, look, I think I need to keep learning and keep growing, and I will do that in college. And I'm sure he will. But he's also risking, let's not even say he gets injured, just maybe not as good of a year. And all of a sudden, in a more crowded class next year, he goes fourth in the quarterbacks, and he's picked 12th. Like, that's a big financial difference. Maybe a better team, though.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe he's big man on campus. He's got millions of dollars.
Great time to be alive.
Maybe he's not having trouble getting dates. Yeah. Maybe he's just going to stick there. It's interesting, though. Real quick, fourth down.
Fred Warner may actually play this weekend. You good with this?
If he is medically cleared, preferably by an independent doctor. I would rather have one less game of Fred and all of Fred next year at 100% than Fred and we're screwed.
Yeah, I'm okay because I think if he gets that far, everything was cleared. Yeah. But I'm also like squinting when I watch him make a play. I'm like, no.
I know. It's going to be very Embiid-ish watching him play if he plays this Saturday. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, and we will recap 3 in the key for the Kings and the Knicks next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord hybrid sports sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of 10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Sactown sports fans,
when the final buzzer sounds, the real action is just getting started. If you live for big moments, big crowds, and unforgettable nights, you'll find them all right here on the Sactown Sports Live Events calendar. Get ready to laugh until it hurts with Daniel Tosh, live January 24th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then turn the volume all the way up with Ernest, bringing high-energy country to Ace of Spades January 31st. Slow it down and vibe out when Jodeci delivers the classics live February 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Experience iconic sounds and the smooth style of Chris Isaac February 28th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And rock legends Jefferson Starship take the stage March 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Comedy, concerts, legendary performances. Find every show, every date, and plan your next big night out with the Sactown Sports Live Events calendar. Play hard, rock harder, only on Sactown Sports.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The Sacramento Kings?
What? What? Haven't heard that one in a while.
Last night with their win over the Knicks, that was their third win in a row. They are averaging, not only are they gotten 3 wins in a row, they're averaging wins by 12 points.
They really are like, we always use our NFL power rankings at the beginning of the year as a baseline. If somebody came in from out of town and they lived in like a shoe in Australia and had no internet and they didn't know anything about the NBA and they came in, let's say, came to visit last week and they're staying with a friend who's a season ticket holder, like, this team.
Yeah. Go ahead and take my tickets.
Yeah, go ahead and take my tickets. And then they flew back today. They'd be telling everybody back at home, man, I think the Kings might win the championship this year. They apparently Houston and LA and the Knicks are really good teams, and they basically blew all three of them. Like last night was not a fluke.
No, they had one double-digit win before this win streak, and they all three are in the win streak or double digits. They would be like, they have players of the week. They'd be the team of the week right now. They're undefeated.
They should be the team
with
of the
three
week.
Quality wins.
They should be. You know what? We should start that.
The team of the week.
We should start the team of the week, and we'll give out the award every Thursday because today's Thursday.
Yeah, the week's over. And
this week's inaugural team of the week, the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, we might do it just once.
We might just only do it once.
In high school, we had a school newspaper, but only one came out. And when it came out, I went 2 for 3. And so I was the only player of the week for the entire.
On a 2 for 3?
Yeah, you had a double.
So it was on a technicality.
Oh, it was baseball.
Yeah. Sounds a little bit like this pick six thing that you guys, celebrity pick six. You have
I earned it.
Just kind of like
sounds like that.
Let me look at this. Let me look at our schedule here real quick. So they play Friday.
And then Sunday.
No, I'm trying to think here because if we gave him the team of the week right now, that it would count that blowout against Golden State. We can't do that. I think, but then they play Sunday. So I think we should give it out every Friday because that way they could be 3-0. No, because they played the. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna award it on. We're gonna make Saturday the cutoff, and then we'll talk about it Monday. So it's a Saturday to Saturday award because then if they beat the Wizards, they'll be 4-0 for the week that week.
Right.
And then we'll say Monday, hey, our team of the week last week.
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
Thank you, just jinx the Kings.
Yeah, they just have to win.
Not for nothing, but their next 4,
all at home.
All at home. Washington, Portland, Miami, Toronto. Jason, are we You know what? I'm not even going to ask the question. I think we're looking at a 7-0 homestand here. I think we're looking at a 7-0
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
We're looking at a 7-0 homestand. I'm calling it right now. You know what I'm even calling it? I am iron pipe locking it. 7-0 homestand.
If it doesn't happen, what do you do?
You know what he's doing.
I'll apologize for
Jason.
being wrong. I'll apologize.
You know what he's doing.
What am I doing? I'm doing my job by analyzing the National Basketball Association.
The tank commander is trying to reverse jinx.
No, he's
the
not.
Kings homestand.
No, he's not. Listen, the bottom line is this, guys, and I know you don't want to hear it because you don't believe. Kings are 7 out of the play-in right now, and we just hit the halfway point. And you know what I say? I say they got 7 back in 41 games. Why can't they make up 7? Sabonis is coming back. Keegan Murray is coming back. Who knows? You know what? Why not us? Why not us? Never say never. I just said it twice, but you know what I'm saying. Never say never again. 7-0, baby. Optimism. It's what's for dinner. 3 in the key.
You know, I know what you're doing right now, and I don't like it. So why don't you just shut your trap before I put my foot in it?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wow. Well, I guess I'll be the one sending the text to the group chat that are inappropriate and have bad language whenever the Kings win to you guys. Loser
what are you referring to?
Fans.
Why? We want them to win.
That's what I just said 7-0. So now what, friend? Last night, Chris sent me a very inappropriate text.
What?
In the group chat. The three of us have after the Kings won. He's been doing that all year, trolling me about it even.
Describe it.
I can't say it on the air, but I can say that you responded with the very famous line out of 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy. Yeah. That's what you said.
Yeah.
I was supporting Chris.
But also unsupporting Dave.
Oh, is that what that was?
Unshoutout. You unshouted me out.
Whispered in.
Yes. So guess what? Guess what? Look at the chat line right now. Good job, Dave. Love him. Love this. Hearts. It looks like ice cream cones, but I think it's party favors.
Okay.
Let's go. The ghost of Positive Dave, rest his soul, would be proud right now.
Never give up.
You know
Never
what?
give in whenever the Kings have a chance to win.
I got 3 words for you. Feel the roar. Feel the roar.
Light the beam.
Light the beam. We're on a beam streak right now. Perfect time to recap 3 in the key from last night.
The Knicks are not hot, if you're wondering.
I am wondering.
Not hot.
Who's not?
Who's not hot?
The Knicks. They lost to the second worst team in the Western Conference last night.
Lost to the second worst team in the Western Conference last night. Back to you, Jason. It was perfect. Let's go, Kings. Let's go, Sacramento.
All right, our first prediction was because the Kings were so hot from 3 against the Lakers. We wanted to know how many they would attempt and how many they would make. Davey, you suggested an 8 for 21.
I did.
I said a 7 for 24. Chris said an 11 for 22.
Ugh.
They were 10 of 27. So
Wow.
Chris gets that one.
Text line says I vote Dave for Homer of the Week. I'll accept it.
Homer? Okay. We asked the first King and last King to score. Dave, you said DeRozan and Reynaud. I said Reynaud and then DeRozan. And then Chris said Levine and Monk. The first King to score, Dave was correct. It was DeMar DeRozan. The last one, none of us got. It was Russell Westbrook.
When you think about it, Levine and Morant's money does match up. And if you were just to swap that straight across and have Morant at the 1, that moves Keegan Murray back to the 3. Honestly, who's stopping that team? Who's beating us in the playoffs? Oklahoma City, who loses every other game at home to Utah almost?
Who's the 2? DeMar?
No, because Dave already said that they're trading.
Yeah, they traded DeMar for Kaminga. So you go Ja Morant at the 1, Keon Ellis at the 2, Keegan Murray at the 3. Kaminga at the 4, Sabonis at the 5 with Ray Noah as the 6th man. Russ coming off the bench. Dylan Cardwell blocking everything in sight. Other players I'm not remembering right now. Good luck.
Precious.
My precious. Good luck, Thunder.
Good luck, League.
Good luck,
I know
League.
you like Harry Potter.
Good luck, Spurs, with your overpriced, immovable point guard. And your Anthony Davis Jr. center that can't stay on the floor. Good luck, Nuggets, with your fat center.
Whoa!
I didn't mean that. I'm not.
Jeez, why are you going after someone's weight?
No,
I'm
he
not.
said PH.
Yeah, PH, dude. Come on, man. Low key over the hill, as the Gen Alphas would say. Let's go. Low key, high key. Back to you.
Random stat of the game. Dave, you predicted that Mike Brown would get a technical foul.
Yep.
He did not. I said Maxime Renault would get a double-double. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Didn't happen.
Almost.
And then Chris said Malik Monk would have a double-double.
Notice I didn't include Malik Monk in anything because that's our lightning bolt off the bench.
Lightning bolt.
He's obviously
microwave.
He's back.
Yeah.
So we're deep.
Right.
We're talented. We can play defense.
Hungry.
Ja Morant, Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray. I am low-key starting to talk myself into this, and I need to stop. Jonathan Kaminga, Domantas Sabonis, and that bench. And maybe...
But Dave, what about our pick?
You know what? Pick Schmick. Pick Schmick.
So you're a fake tank commander.
Fake commander.
By the way, Malik did not get a double-double.
He didn't get a double-double?
9-3.
What a great turnaround. A Kurt Signetti type turnaround.
Google you.
Google it. Google you.
You.
Google you. Yeah, it's the college I went to. We'll take a break. All right, I'm done with that bit. When we come back, we'll get some post game from the Kings and the Knicks, and then what's on deck, and then crosstalk with Matt and Kayla, plus a lot of stuff to clean up in the next segment. Hey, we're going to do all that next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to my friend Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, tell everybody what's happening for the Start Something New sales event.
Kick off the new year exploring all California has to offer when you save up to $9,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys. This modern blend of nostalgia and military-inspired styling, coupled with enhanced off-road capability, is the epitome of what Jeep has always been.
It's great seeing this modern take on everything that has made a Jeep a Jeep.
I love how they're celebrating their Jeep history, and you can't miss the Jeep DNA everywhere you look. Whatever you're looking for, Hoblet is the place to go. From new Jeep Willys to hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter, with over 100 vehicles under $30,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$9,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys after $4,500 factory rebates and $4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $3,500 select inventory cash on select inventory, $1,000 conquest bonus cash for eligible non-SFS owners or lessees. 5% savings. See dealer for details.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yeah. All right, final hour of the show. Again, we've had a fun show today. If you missed anything, early on in the 6 o'clock hour, we talked to Will Gavin, English broadcaster, does the NFL. Is going to be working the Niners Seahawks game this weekend. Did the Niners and the Eagles this last weekend. We talked with Kelly Brothers, talking some sports business. And, of course, Sam Amick joined us 1 hour ago. All of our information, any of our interviews, all of the show can be heard at any time. All you have to do is go back to Sactown Sports on the website. You can subscribe to YouTube, watch our podcast anytime you want, and check out any audio, video, whatever you like. It's all there. Our team does a great job, and we encourage you to check all that out. Coming up in this hour, we will have Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla. Some celebrity birthdays today. Still, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And we're going to continue to talk about the suddenly streaking Sacramento Kings. I mean, Coach Brown, the Lou Brown, right? Once talked about it. You win one game, you get another, you win a third. It's called a winning streak. And the Kings are on one. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
The streaking Kings.
All right, that was Ron downstairs. He's asked me what the Giants are going to do. I took the bait. By the way, I did say Caleb Downs is the best player in this draft, and I'm going to die on that hill. Yeah. That's right. Love Caleb Downs, Ohio State. Oh, my God. I've been watching. I can't watch enough film on Caleb Downs.
Really?
I'm telling you, go on YouTube. If you're listening to me, just watch some film on Caleb Downs. He's the best player in the draft, in my opinion. 100%. And I think his floor, again, as always, barring injury with anyone, his floor, and it's not a direct comp, but his floor is that Minkah Fitzpatrick, Derwin James. Again, not the same type of player. That's not what I'm saying, but that type of career. I think that's his floor. He's so good, dude. He is so flipping good. And for some reason, the draft happens, and either my Niners, they'll have to trade up. I got to think he's a top 10 pick. But if they're able to trade up and grab him, or if the Raiders trade down and grab him, I will. I'm just calling my shot right now. that I would 100% be all over that. And I'm not an Ohio State guy, but woof. He is just all freaking over the place. A lot of response on
Yeah.
A lot of response. You know what? A lot of the listeners, they're with me on that 7-0 homestand.
Okay.
You know what? And it's like I always say. Be positive. Yeah. Put it out there. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Yeah. I would like some postgame right now. The Sacramento Kings beat Mike Brown and the New York Knicks last night. Jason, you had a request in there, I believe.
Oh, it's on the regular postgame folder, I think.
So, it's in the regular, in daily audio for us? Or
wherever Chris put the postgame.
Yeah, daily audio.
Oh, here we go. Let's, we could run through the highlights if you want, here and there. I've got a couple for you, at least. How about a DeMar DeRozan jumper?
DeRozan on the left angle against Brick Bride. Room to work. Digs toward the left edge of the paint. Spins baseline. Launches for two. Scores the two. He's got 8. And the Kings are up by 10 for a second time.
Precious Achiuwa had a season high for the Sacramento Kings. A little revenge for him. Here's a layup.
It's DeRozan with a drive, a spin, a pass to the baseline. Precious Achiuwa has it and scores it. Achiuwa has 9. What a great assist that was from DeMar DeRozan.
Speaking of great assists, Malik Monk on the floor making things happen with the oop to Dylan Cardwell.
Monk near midcourt. Now takes the dribble hard right. Sets up the teardrop. Throw down Dylan Cardwell. 35-17 in favor of Sacramento.
I know fans love Dylan Cardwell, and we have a long history of different types of acknowledgments for players. You know, the Malik Monk thing, and obviously, I want to try one out on you, see if it works. You know, just like we did the Sabonis thing. I'm wondering if we could get somewhere with this. So Dylan Cardwell scores or something, right? And whatever. And Scott Moak, Dylan Cardwell. And so what happens is Scott Moak, I'm sorry, I'm not being clear enough. So Scott Moak goes, Dylan, and then the crowd responds with, Cardwell. And in between the Dylan and the Cardwell, Dylan Cardwell does the hands thing to, hey, bring me the Cardwell, and then the audience does the Cardwell. I don't think that's ever been done before.
So you're already done with Keegan.
He doesn't do the hands thing. That's the difference. No, you're shaking your head. You rolled your eyes. Okay, well, you know what? I guess I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm much like Chris Guerrero. I'm putting myself out there with ideas, and you guys are just arms crossed, just sloughing me off. What is that? What is sloughing? Anyways, Precious Achiuwa with the putback.
2-bouncer falls out, no good. Kept alive and tipped in by Precious Achiuwa. The big sneeze delivering time after time tonight against his former club. And the Kings lead at 69-48. Mike Brown has called timeout.
916-339-1140 is your text line. From the 916. This is the dumbest thing ever. Win some meaningless games and then bitch and cry when you draft 7th. Last time I checked, Cooper Flagg was on the Dallas Mavericks, and they beat us in the play-in last year, friend. Yeah. Be positive, dude.
Slough, to shed or cast off dead tissue, skin like a snake's, or undesirable material.
So slough it off. Like just
undesirable material you were throwing out there.
Brush it off your shoulders.
Apparently that's us, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are sloughing to slough, like to blave. Here's
You've been in England too long.
Carmichael Dave.
That's Princess Bride reference. Here's Mikal Bridges forcing a Doug Christie timeout.
Ball skipped off the hands of the Kings, went off the window. Transition 3, Knicks is good. Bridges scores it. It's now a 15-point ball game. Doug Christie calls timeout.
Yeah.
7:15 to go after 7 unanswered points from New York.
It's not over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, DeMar DeRozan, the other teams they didn't deserve him neither. He belongs here. At least he did last night, and he gets an and one jumper.
Gave it up to DeRozan to the free throw line, draws another foul, scores the basket. DeMar DeRozan, the king of the mid-range, has got 26. And now he'll go to the free throw line for his own and one opportunity.
I think this was the one, and if not, it was slightly earlier. Like, DeMar did a pump fake. I think it was maybe Mitchell Robinson that jumped up, and then DeMar jumped into him, got the Would anybody disagree with just completely, like, if you are the offensive player and you get your man in the air, it's almost like, think about a straight line going from bottom to top. Unless we're talking about a layup.
Right.
If your jump goes forward in any way and you initiate the contact, no foul. Take that out of the game. I hate that. I understand we benefited from it.
Okay.
I freaking hate that, dude. I think it's junking up the game, and it has for a while. I hate this initiate contact thing. Look, dude, if the guy's jumping towards you and he gets in, imagine as soon as you leave your feet, you have a circle underneath you, and it's a cylinder that goes straight to the ceiling. If the defender breaks that cylinder and makes contact with you, foul all day long. But if, again, unless it's a layup, a dunk, something where but in the mid-range, a three, for example, if the ref deems that you are purposely jumping forward and out of your, air quote, cylinder to make contact, no foul. What is there a negative I'm missing out of that? Do you have a pushback?
No, and I think they intend to call it that way because I know at the broadcast they kind of reference that, but I think it's not a consistent call. They don't not call that. They usually call the foul.
It's so lame, dude. And then I see our own guy doing. It's like he's taking no disrespect to DeMar. And
do it. They call it.
They are absolutely calling it. And why would you not take advantage of that? I'm 100%. This is not a disrespect to DeMar. And by the way, it's not a disrespect to anybody else who does it, even though it's super annoying. Take advantage of the rules. Go ahead. Is it cheating? No, because they're not calling it. But they should call it. Here's the final call from the great Gary Gerald.
The Sacramento Kings, who have struggled so mightily this year, came into the homestand with a record of 8-30. And as the horn sounds, they beat the Knicks to end a 4-game slide against New York. And they now win for the first time this season 3 in a row and improve their record to 11-30. The home court record improves to 8-13. And the Kings fans, 15,095 strong, enjoying the final outcome in this one.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Happy G-Man.
Mm-hmm.
From the text line, New York Knicks, more like New York bricks. Light the beam. Right? Vibes. It's what we're feeling. 1-800-920-1140. Caller, you're on the air. I didn't screen you, so please be okay so Chris doesn't get mad at me. You're on with Dave and Jason. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you? Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Jason's
Thanks
doing fine. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. So I think, there's a mixed opinion between the fan base right now. I think majority are enjoying this 3-game win streak with the caveat that this might ruin our tankathon. How do you think Doug Christie and Perry has to creatively manage our rest of the season? Because Kings have a relatively easy schedule. I think after the All-Star break, I think they have a long March homestand. And I think this season is going to be an ultimate failure if they eventually fall out of the top 3 lottery. I just don't see a way that we can recover if we don't get either Peterson or Boozer or DeBonsa.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. A couple things there. First off, if we fall out of the top 3, I don't think the caller would think it's a failure if we fell out of the top 3 and still got a top 3 pick. So let's be clear there. They're not connected. This isn't the NFL. You can fall out of the top 3. In fact, if you go by the past, it's actually probable if you fall out of the top 3 that you'll get the number 1, number 2, or number 3 pick. So I know that's what the caller meant. Number 2, he said, how do Doug and Scott Perry manage the rest of the year? And the assumption there is, how do they keep this team from winning so many games that they fall out of the top 3? And I would say you're talking about 2 different entities. You know how Doug Christie manages the rest of the year? He tries to go undefeated.
Yep.
That's all he cares about. Doug Christie and the rest of the coaching staff and all of the players do not care about draft position. They care about winning ball games. That's what they're there to do, and that's their job, and I wouldn't want it any other different at all. It's Scott Perry's job, on the other hand, if that's what he comes to manage that expectation. And the way he can take it out of Doug Christie's hands and the players' hands is by trading away a lot of that talent. Here's the thing. We're really just talking about Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. DeMontis Sabonis hasn't played all year. If you add in Jonathan Kaminga, you may actually be getting better. You got to think in an optimistic world here that Jonathan Kaminga, when he gets out of Golden State, is going to be playing like he's got bricks off his feet. Yeah. And part of the reason, Jason, why I think maybe this trade hasn't happened yet is that the Sacramento Kings are one of a very few teams that are interested in Jonathan Kaminga. I'm not entirely sure Mike Dunleavy and the Golden State brass really want to take that chance of Kaminga going to the Kings or Kaminga going to the Lakers, and then they got to watch him beat their asses for the next 7 years, or at least drop 40 on them.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get the best deal for themselves, obviously. On the question of that, all of this is too early. Yes. I mean, I think we all think about it every day when they were really at the bottom or very close to the bottom, and by the way, they're still close. What they've done with this 3-game losing streak, by the way, just for reference, has changed their percentage of winning the lottery at the moment by 1.5%.
Oh, come on.
Now, that's still a percentage. And remember, if they had the worst record, it's still 14% chance. It's not a great percentage to win it. No. So it's 12.5 at the moment. They're the 4th worst record. They still have a bad record. They have won 3 in a row. I said it earlier in the show. New Orleans, who is worse than them right now, won 5 in a row earlier, and now is 3-11 since. Are they, 41 games would tell us they are not this team that we've just seen. Mm-hmm. I think we all didn't think they were the team that was as bad as what we saw.
Correct.
So where will they fall? And they got half of the season to go. I think, honestly, if we're trying to do, we've had some fun with this, a true, real, true breakdown of this, Dave, I think the worst thing they could do is win, let's see, what would be a really high number here? 22 or 23 games the rest of the way, which would be a lot, would get them to 33.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's a play-in, and that's not going to be the bottom. That's going to be around 9 or 10 going into the lottery. Now, they still could win the lottery. Now their odds have gone down even more. But I think that's the worst thing they could do. But I think if you're playing, you just keep going and see where this goes. And if you lose to the Wizards, you lose to the Blazers, or you have a 5-game losing streak coming up, you just keep going. I think all the things that Scott Perry wants to do, I don't want to say are irrelevant to the record right now, but they kind of are.
Yeah.
I think he wants to change this team, wants to get them younger. One way is with a draft pick. I think they're going to keep their draft pick. They obviously want the highest one they could possibly get.
Sure.
But there's nowhere to guarantee where that's going to be. There just isn't.
I'm looking, Jason, to your point. I got to go back to 22-23 for this. So right now, the Sacramento Kings, right now, are on pace to win 22 games.
Which would put them near the very bottom.
It would put them.
I would bet they'd be a bottom 5 team.
So they would 100% be a bottom 5 team. So last year, 22 wins would have made them 5th worst. Okay. The bottom 3 were 17, 18, and 19 wins. The year before that, they would have been the 5th worst, tied for the 5th worst. The bottom 3 were 14, 15, and 21 wins. You've got to go back to the 22-23 season, 17, 22, and 22. That was, by the way, do you remember any chance?
Wait, what year?
This is 2022, 2023. The bottom 3 teams in the league, 2 of them were 22 and 60. One was 17 and 65.
Houston?
The Houston Rockets were 22 and 60.
3 seasons ago.
Uh-huh.
So is this a Beam year or the second year after the Beam?
This was, I believe, this is the Beam year, 48 and 34.
Well, Detroit.
Detroit was the worst team in the league at 17 and 65.
So I'm missing, what's the third team's record?
The third team's record, they were tied with the Rockets, 22 and 60.
I don't have that one.
The Houston Rockets, the Detroit Pistons, and the San Antonio Spurs were the bottom 3 teams. The Beam team here. Now, look, Cade Cunningham was hurt. They've added some other stuff. Victor Wembanyama showed up on the scene, and then obviously Houston gets Kevin Durant and a few other things going. It can't just be the draft.
Right.
But my goodness gracious. So with the Kings, the caller was right. The Sacramento Kings right now have the easiest schedule. The number one easiest schedule remaining in the NBA. Just to give you perspective, the remaining teams they have to play have a current winning percentage of 46.4% of their games. Whereas Denver's remaining schedule, their teams they play, are winning 54.3%. So an 8% difference between top and bottom. That's But
that's significant.
Here's the problem. Just to finish that thought. Let's go back to this year's standings now. On this streak alone, the teams that they have beat have won 63%, 62%, and 62%. As a matter of fact, you're talking about the 6th, 7th, and 8th best records in the league on this streak. So looking at strength of schedule, I don't know what the hell to think because they just beat 3 of the top 8 teams in the league.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, and that moved them, again, from a projection of about 16 wins to 22 because they won 3 in a row and they're halfway there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So relax. Everyone just calm down. Enjoy this 7-0 homestand. And then pick it up from there. Hey, after the game,
this was fun.
The legendary Gary Gerald spoke with the calm and very stoic Dylan Cardwell. And as Jason says, this is a fun combo.
Looks like Dylan Cardwell may be our guy tonight. Ross, I don't know. He's getting the headset. He wants to be over there close to the beam lighting activities. Dylan, G-Man here, you got us?
Yeah, the beam man is here. The beam man is here.
I say, you're sneaking over there. You don't want to be left out of those proceedings. That cord stretches only so far. They're trying to get you another 2 feet.
Oh, it's all good. We're right here.
You good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll just listen in.
All right.
Hands above his head, savoring the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Precious Achua is the cheerleader here. Scott Moak is talking with him. So, Dylan, we'll get a quick word with you here while that's taking place, and then we'll pause when the beam is lit.
Yes,
how about this 3 wins in a row business for you? This is new territory for you with the Kings.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, all glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. It's been a heck of a ride, and I've been having real fun. It's been fun to compete and light the beam.
What have you learned in these last 3 games?
Just competing, man. Competing and being physical, closing possessions, man. It's been fun.
All right, Scott continuing to talk here with Precious. What a night for Precious Achua. How'd it feel to be able to see him go for 20 points and 14 rebounds
Revenge
tonight?
Revenge game.
It was, in fact, a revenge game. He had this one circled on the calendar. We know that. So, as we await the opportunity for you here, you're going to get that momentarily.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Give me a play-by-play. Oh, he took the headset off. He's too into this, Jason. He says, I don't want to talk on the radio. I want to help light this beam. The countdown. It is lit.
He got his hand in there.
He got his hand in there.
And he's jumping up and down.
Doing a little victory jump up and down there with his teammates, Precious Achua and also Max Renault. Looked like Neat Clifford in there as well.
He's back. I'm back.
He's back. You're back.
Yes, the beam man is back.
All right, beam man.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you to give us a play-by-play call on the lighting there, but
I got excited.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yep.
I like that little victory dance celebration as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So in this learning process and the opportunity that you have, what's been the biggest takeaway now that we're officially at the halfway point of your rookie season?
Man, we're just going out and competing, like I said, man. This physicality, it's a little different than college, but I'm enjoying it. You know, it's a grown man's league, and I'm excited, that I fit in every single day, going against physical front courts in Detroit, Houston, L.A., and now the Knicks. It's nice to know that I belong out here.
Well, it's a pleasure watching you continue to grow. It's great to hear Doug Christie and the other coaches rave about your attitude and your work ethic and the fact that you ask the good questions and you learn in the process.
Yes, sir.
Well done, young man.
Yes,
and
sir.
you're only just chipping away at the base of a big mountain yet to climb.
Yes, sir. Amen.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'll go to God like the beam.
Dylan Cardwell and the Kings savor the victory.
Can he be the beam man from here on out?
That sounds like a superhero.
Yeah.
Like I
He's like,
expect
the beam man is here.
Yeah.
Beam man gets paid.
I expect to see a trailer soon at a movie theater saying the Beam Man will return in the Avengers Doomsday.
Well, I think they all, like the first time the win streak, where they won, all the rookies kind of got together because it's like, hey, we're going to do this together. Everything they're doing together, and now it's like a Chua's with them. And so he wanted to be over there. The rookies were right there, and they're all jumping up and down. It was so funny. Like he just, I want to be, he just kept inching over closer to the beam. He's like, I want to be over here.
It's funny you say that because listening to him and his phraseology, and now you and your phraseology, I know on the surface it sounds a little bit cheesy, but I want to run an idea by you.
Oh boy.
So you light the beam, hand on the beam, streamers and all that stuff, and then they hit this button. I mean, come on. And the whole freaking building starts going crazy. Why not? Really?
100%.
Oh, I mean, why? You're going to get the players doing it. You're going to get the fans doing it. You don't even have to. I think he swears here in a second. I
love it.
Yeah, I think that would work. I think that would. It's already fun.
Yeah, you won. You won the game.
But imagine all the, and then you could have, hey, by the way, I don't want to do everybody's work for them though, but you could also have the Ford trucks battery cable jump cam. I can't think of a sponsor for jump. The Van Halen jump. But you have jump cam afterwards. Yeah. You know, all these little kids jumping around, and then somebody's holding up their poor baby, and they're that's what I'm saying. Everyone's jumping around, jump.
Players
get down. Oh, hold on, we're getting a ruling from Chris, Gladiator style. And he told me he was going up.
Why, Chris?
Yeah, why, Chris?
You're playing a 30-year-old song
Well,
to
it could be a
celebrate the
different song.
2026 Kings.
Well,
I like the idea. I just don't like that song.
Okay.
I mean, you
Different song?
You went down to L.A. to watch a bunch of 30-year-old songs.
Yeah.
You had, okay.
Best night of my life.
He got me there. We'll take a break. Right.
Whatever that one is.
Yeah. I think we're on to something.
Yeah. Or play that.
Yeah. What's on deck brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Get more for your money at Elk Grove Chevrolet, where value meets style. Purchase a new 2026 Chevrolet Trax for just $299 per month plus tax. The Trax delivers more for less with a sleek design, impressive fuel economy, and tech that keeps you connected. Conveniently located in Elk Grove, just minutes from Sacramento. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today for full details and see why the Trax is such a smart choice.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
As another new year begins, I'm reflecting on all that has happened. I'm filled with gratitude for the Golf to Go show guests who've trusted us with their time, their thoughts, and their dreams. People like putter magician Scotty Cameron, First Tee's Angie Dixon, former football great Peyton Manning, LPGA legend Nancy Lopez, the heralded team at Hagen Oaks like Ken Morton Jr., Tom Morton, PGA Golf to Go's resident on-air playing coach, and Mike Woods, PGA Director of Golf, and all all the PGA professionals and guests who've educated and informed us over last year's 52 shows. Thanks also to you, our loyal listeners, who are there every week with compliments and suggestions when we might get a bit off track. Thanks also to the game that brings us all together. Thanks to the millions of men, women, boys, and girls who play the game. Thanks to the able-bodied, and thanks also to the programs that nurture those in need of a lift, like the California Eagles, PGA Hope, and many more. We are fortunate for our world-class golf and to have lived life and had a chance to play the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit revivemenshealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Heyo, Johnny Mosley here, coming at you with Thursday's Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota is fired up and ready to roll. Let's tap the experts to see what Palisades has in store for us today.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, Thursday is looking beautiful. Expect sunny skies with highs near 50 degrees and overnight lows in the upper teens. Perfect conditions to hit the slopes. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's 2026. New year, new you, new resolutions to keep for a couple weeks. Whether you're trying to eat healthy in the new year or not, your best choice is Omaha Steaks. They have multiple bundles to choose from. They have an all-protein pack if you're trying to slim down or eat clean, consisting of butcher's cut filet mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken breast, boneless pork chops, classic burgers, and more. Everything you need for your freezer and meal prep. Or grab one of the other bundles that include potatoes au gratin and caramel apple tartlets. That sounds good. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com and for an extra $35 off, use promo code SKY at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code SKY.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Yeah. That's not going to get old for a while. And at some point, we need to unveil where that came from.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're going to explain it.
Well, I don't either. But if I didn't have any context, I would say it sounds like the voice. Who's the one that sings the, I'm going to embarrass myself here, shockingly, the Knights of the Round Table that they play? Knights of the Round Table. I feel like it sounds like a similar voice, but that is.
Knights of the Round Table.
That is 100.
You don't know who that is?
I have no idea.
That's Sia.
Oh. See ya. Hey, Scott Moak. What are you? Fancy you calling in. How are you?
Yeah. I'm great. How are you?
We're doing good. So, I want to run this by you on the air because, I get way too excited about this stuff. We were listening to Dylan Cardwell, who we just love, and G-Man post-game, and then he paused the post-game interview to go light the beam and do his thing, right? And he was jumping around. Yeah. So it tweaked something in my head. And again, let me just step back. Kings game ops are the best in the business. They don't need anybody's help. We're all a family. You've probably already thought about this. You might have even done it before. I don't know. But I have to put him on hold to hear stuff, right, Chris? Don't I have to put Scott on hold or can he hear? Okay, so I'm putting you on hold real quick. So this is the idea. The beam gets lit, the button, and then next thing you know, this happens. And by this happens, I have to unmute my computer, so I've totally screwed it up here. All right, so the beam gets lit.
Yep.
All right, and
everybody's going nuts.
The streamer, everybody's going nuts, and then this happens. And everybody just starts jumping. Players start jumping. Fans start jumping. We have a sponsored jump cam. Little kids going crazy. Some poor little baby being thrown around in the stands. You're doing your thing like, oh, hey, that you do so well. And then, whatever. So let me bring Scott back here. All right, your initial thoughts, Scott. And as always, be honest. I can take it.
Well, you've obviously been to a Wisconsin football game. So that's what is.
Yes, many times. That's where I got the idea. It's from the Wisconsin football.
If you simply Google jump around college, you will see 652,000 emails or videos of Wisconsin football. Now, look, stealing people's ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Houston does it all the time because they have a beam, obviously.
Yeah. Spurs.
But I like the concept a lot. I think that moment can use a little bit of energy, actually. So I'm digging it.
What's that? No, he wasn't doing it.
Would it be a different song then, maybe, Scott? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, don't you think we should have like a Sacramento? Like, I think it should be a song everybody knows, but right? There's a rule of thumb in game ops that the songs you play, you want 70% of the people to know 70% of the words of songs you play. So you want familiarity in the music selection that you have playing throughout the night. I think with something like that, it's paramount that you would have a song that people could sing or hum or just naturally know. The House of Pain, that is one of them. That's why it works so well in Wisconsin. The story of that song, by the way, not to get too, but I know Dave and Jay Ross, you guys geek out on this.
Yes.
The story of that song is wild in terms of who it was shopped to, all the people that said no, and then House of Pain ultimately agreed to do it. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it is unbelievable.
Did not know that. Did not know that at all. Mean, people know the song, like you said, and who cares about stealing things?
No, for sure.
This is Sacramento.
Well, we would make it. Yeah, we would make it ours in Wisconsin. I mean, you know what? How many Wisconsin fans are? I mean, other than Jim Crandall, like who else is? We have
and he's in Texas.
A ton of Wisconsin fans.
He lives in Texas.
And he'd tweet about it in like a couple weeks.
All right, I'm putting you back on hold real quick because Jason was also playing this during the break. This is a song called The Hum by Dimitri Vegas and Amit Ozcan. I don't know. It's playing, Jason, but it's not. It's not.
Go forward further?
Yeah, maybe a little and more. And well, and by it's playing, it's not playing.
Oh.
Well, how does it go, Jason? Hey, wait.
Well, isn't that the song that starts the game?
It had before. They used it a few years ago.
All right. Well, that didn't work. Hold on. Hi, Scott. We'll send it to you.
Yeah, no, I know it. We did. You're right. We did. We've used that song during intros.
Okay. So that's
all right. I've got it. This is the answer. Everybody's going to agree with this. CNC Music Factory.
Everybody dance now or going to make you sweat?
Yes.
Okay.
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go,
Not Shoop. Well, we don't want to go
Yes.
Oaktown 357. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we're cooking.
I like where you're headed though. And why aren't you guys just invited? Why aren't we putting you on the Zooms for the game op meetings? Let's
Yes.
go direct.
Don't tempt Dave with a good time.
You know for an absolute fact, I've been trying to get into that damn Zoom meeting for about 15 years now. Don't tempt me with a good time, Pallywhacker. My goodness.
Consider it done.
All right. Well, thank you.
I like where you're going. Love to. And wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Are we in love with this like quad rookie young?
Yes.
Precious isn't a rookie, obviously, but it's funny that he's kind of moved over with kind of the young guys. It's the most adorable thing that I can remember happening. Yes. It's fantastic.
I think the moment Dylan Cardwell started beckoning the crowd the very first time he did is like, oh, they're gonna love this guy.
Yeah.
And they do.
Oh my gosh. So last night they knew that Precious was the one that was going to be selected. He was over to light the beam. He was the one that he was over talking to all the Knicks guys that he obviously respects and admires and played with and all that stuff, and also showed it to last night, which was great. But Max is waiting at the beam, yelling Precious, get over here. Like wanting to come over so that he will light the beat. It was like those guys. I'm in love with those guys.
That is fantastic. Well, hey, 3-game winning streak. Could be a 7-0 road homestand, excuse me. Optimism rules the day, man.
I mean, I had a hard time not asking Precious directly, like, bro, what is going on?
Right.
Like, what are we seeing? I mean, it's really cool. I mean, and his answer was great, but I tried to ask it respectfully. It was great.
Lastly, how'd that call go? Good?
Still on it.
Okay.
Still working.
All right. Get back to it. Love you long time. Love you very much.
Love you both.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's the round table. Now that's all I hear. A lot of people always say this a lot, and Cake has a song called Arco Arena. I'm a big Cake guy, and I'm a big, shout out Arco Arena guy. I just don't know if that's all right, okay. And by the way, who cares? Maybe it won't work. That stuff won't work for whatever reason, but the whole, that's 30 years old thing. You know what? You know what's more than 30 years old? The Olympic theme. And that's awesome.
Good one.
How about Bohemian Rhapsody? Okay. How about the Star Spangled Banner? How about America the Beautiful? How about George on My Mind?
Dork.
I don't know. How old is a Seven Nation Army? We got to be at least halfway there.
That's pretty old now.
Yeah. What's the limit on that one? You can't do that.
This century.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Put out you and your Sabrina Carpenter and
that wouldn't be bad.
Your Billy William Eilish and all that.
How come there's no anthems being made anymore?
There aren't any. You're right. When was the last anthem? Wrecking Ball?
Something from
that might be it.
Might be it.
Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
They kind of have some anthems.
Is there a sit-in girl?
No.
Oh, just a Fall Out Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cover band.
Grizz and Gragic. Doran Gragic. Suns at Pistons.
Puns.
Assistants. Thunder at Rockets. Let's say they sing that one song. Thunder and Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
I'm alive. So alive. Bucks at Spurs. The Burrs. Jazz at Mavericks. Oh, the Javericks.
Mavericks.
Oh, I like that better. Knicks at Warriors. Nope. Hawks at Blazers.
What, you don't like the Wicks?
Oh, okay. I'll go with the Wicks. The John Wicks. Hawks at Blazers. Hazers? Blocks? And the Hornets at the Lakers. The Horkers? Or the Hornets?
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll crosstalk with Matt and Kayla next.
Two new voices join the midday. Matt George and Kayla Anderson.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch online at SactownSports.com, on the app, or in your car.
Listen to the latest on the Sacramento Kings, the San Francisco 49ers, and all breaking news.
Northern California is covered.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The best in the middays during your weekdays are on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports, 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Hello, everybody. Talking to Chad Hoblet here of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's going on for the Start Something New sales event?
As the new year gets going, getting the family everywhere they need to be can be challenging, but it gets a lot easier when you save up to $8,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees. They are one of America's favorite SUVs for a reason. It doesn't just get the job done, it gets it done in style.
It's true. The Jeep Grand Cherokee continues to be loved by everyone I know who has one.
It's easily one of the best SUVs on the road today. Whatever you're looking for, Hoblet is the place to go. From new Jeep Grand Cherokees to hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with over 100 vehicles under $30,000.
Time to start something new with Hoblet Dodge in Woodland. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
8,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L after 2,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. Due to this net savings, VIN number 746-802 and 746-803. See dealer for details.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Niners pull off the big-time upset in Philly, defeating the defending champs 23-19. Christian McCaffrey had over 100 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns in the win. The D comes up with a stop in the final minute to secure the win. Niners now travel to Seattle on Saturday for a divisional round playoff game. Catch that game right here on Sactown Sports 1140, beginning at 4 o'clock.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey!
Hooray!
Yay!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
That thing is stuck in my head. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That's Chris. He does that to all of us.
Yeah. How you doing?
Very
Kayla?
good.
Matt, Kayla. How you
Well,
doing?
I mean, I should be happier about a 3-game win streak, but I'm not.
7-0 homestand.
Oh, boy.
Wizards coming up. Portland.
So here's the thing. 'Cause
Toronto.
You were saying this earlier in the show, and you're right. Normally, you won 3 games against 3 established playoff teams. Now you're for sure losing to the Wizards. But we want the Kings to for sure lose to the Wizards because the Wizards are now ahead of the Kings in draft lottery standings.
Yeah.
So that means they're going to beat the Wizards, right? What do we want? Whatever we want.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Commander as well.
All right,
I'm trying.
I'm gonna help. Hold on, I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
And we're gonna do some 4D chess here together because young Matthew.
I'm 31 now.
This is you're always gonna be young Matthew.
I'm a man.
I'm
31.
40.
I've got hair.
We want them to win. So that we can tank. See, this is where the 4D comes. This is where experience in being a vet comes in.
Jason, explain.
You want to force Scott's hand. And the
Mm.
more we win, the more motivated he's going to be to make moves because Doug Christie is going to do everything he can to win.
I feel like Scott's plenty motivated to trade.
No, I know he is, but it's one of those. I think Scott also knows that he can be patient and he can wait till the summer and he can do whatever he wants, unless this team's starting to turn it around.
So the deadline becomes non-negotiable.
Pretty much, and now we get the moves we want, and we get the Tankaroni.
Looks like you should be a GM.
I should, honestly, I should be. I can tell you this much for a fact because everybody jokes about I could do it. I could have absolutely. If I was the GM from 2010 to here, I promise you the Kings wouldn't have a worse record.
I remember
I would believe
vividly when one Doug Christie, head coach of the Kings, used to work here at Sactown Sports, how annoyed he would be by your takes about tanking. So,
well, where are we at now?
I'm sure he's annoyed by the fact that people are upset that they've won 3 straight and beat Mike Brown last night.
And so that's the thing. I can't do that. I'm never gonna root for the team to lose. Shout out to season ticket holders and everybody that goes and wants to see a win. I can't do it. Micro, macro. Micro, I'm super happy that they're winning. It's good vibes. It's fun. It's neat. Macro, it's a long season. They're on pace to win 22. Moves are going to come. We're going to be fine.
I'm not going to lie. I was rooting for a crazy Knicks comeback last night. I was.
Wow. Well, part because you love Mike Brown,
why don't you
know?
text him after a win?
This is what happens when your brain is ruined from being a Raiders fan.
That's fair.
Oh, God.
That's very fair. Number one pick.
I did see a suggestion of Usher after a Kings win. Did you see that on the?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Kings win, beams lit, and then this plays.
Let's go.
Beam. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? I don't have control.
Who says no?
I hated that.
Oh my God.
What's that one band, circa 90s, 2000s, kind of alternative band, had 3 names? You're not going to get me, are you? Oh, sorry. I was doing a yeah as a reference. That's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to need that isolated, please, by the way.
Yeah. Got a new drop.
Vince is his name. First name. The guy I was talking to you about.
Nope. No idea.
Okay.
McMahon?
No, somebody that knows you that has something to do with my kids' team.
Oh, definitely not Vince McMahon.
I was trying to remember who it was. So what's on tap today, guys? It's Jonathan Kaminga Day.
It is. Happy Jonathan Kaminga
We've got Day. We got him coming in, I guess.
Yeah.
So you know.
Studio?
We have the trade.
I wish.
We're taking a field trip as a show, and we're going to go pick him up at the airport.
But that'd be fun.
That would get a lot of views.
It would.
Why don't we have a mobile on-air van?
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Put in the budget.
You know what? Honestly, if I'm Jonathan Kaminga's camp, that's actually hilarious. If you go on the flagship of the Sacramento Kings to talk about how you want out, it's not tampering.
No.
Right? He doesn't have to say he wants to. Just be like, yeah, I'm done. It's cool. I want out, but he's doing it in this town. You guys should send out if you have any ties to his camp. I don't either.
Nope.
Matt, come on, Matt.
Yeah,
I feel like you.
Matt.
Yeah, come on, Matt. No, I'll work on my connections to Jonathan Kaminga's camp.
Maybe Alan does.
We got a little notey note though this morning about one Malik Monk.
Oh.
That is.
Yeah, did you guys see that?
The timing is a little interesting.
What's that?
Apparently, after seemingly actively shopping Malik for much of the summertime and much of the season, and he's been connected to Jonathan Kaminga trade talks for a long time. Now it appears the Kings have changed their tune, I suppose, because they are comfortable keeping him and no longer actively shopping him. Which doesn't mean they won't trade him, and the timing sure is peculiar, but got that note this morning. So we'll start the show talking about that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Pizza guy ain't going nowhere.
Pizza guy.
I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it.
What was all the other stuff?
I was doing the
record. Are you a DJ too on your spare time?
Remember from Golden Child? I want the knife. please? No?
So
Either
does
you
it-
guys?
I'm way too young for
So
that.
does it smell like posturing to you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's not going to the Warriors. He was never going to the Warriors.
Right.
That was never, ever happening. That
It's a
was
third team, yeah?
never, ever happening. Third team. Right? I mean, I just, look, are they above 25? Do they have a contract over $15 million? And I don't know what the other rule is, but I think are they out there with a big sign outside that says Malik Monk for sale? No, they're not.
Ooh, they should do like the flip ones, like the car wash ones.
It's actually
like Malik Monk, like,
on the
street
David J.
corner.
Stern
yeah,
walk?
like they're like
Yeah.
flipping it behind
Yeah.
their backs.
Yeah.
Malik Monk for
That's a great idea. I always like to think of it, guys, that there is a 30-person text thread of all the GMs. And like Scott Perry would be like, hey, what do you guys give me for, Domantas Sabonis? And then everyone texts back.
It's just all emojis.
Yeah. Yes. All. Well, it just depends on who's texting back. Like,
someone texts too much.
Like Mike Dunleavy Jr. is
that'd
probably
be me.
he seems like an all gifts guy.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Who has the Android?
Sam Presti, 100% has
You
the
too.
Yeah.
Sam Presti,
The green light.
100%.
He has a rotary phone. You got to call him on the landline.
That's Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Pat Riley's on the teletype. Celebrity Birthday is brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, look, are you trying to make a trade?
Yeah.
What better way to make a trade than including a round of Crumble Cookies?
I've been craving those, by the way.
Have you?
Remember when they came on the show?
I very much do, and I'm
again, it's
trying not to crave them. Trying to be
Malik
good.
and a crumble cookie for Kaminga. Who says no?
I wouldn't. I'd do it just
Sure.
for the cookie. God bless
Yeah.
Malik, but salary relief. Hey, back to you.
Okay. On this day, in what year did the movie Varsity Blues
Oh, God, I love that movie.
debut? In
Whenever I think of
theaters?
Varsity Blues, all I think about is Not Another Teen Movie, where he like breaks the guy over his back
Not
or
another
knee.
teen movie. Great.
Great movie.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Oh my God, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. You're
That's
not
where I
about
fell-
Paul Walker, but about the
I
movie.
fell in love with Paul
Wow.
Walker. Yeah.
We all did.
1996.
97.
I'm going to say 98.
And the correct answer
99.
is 90.
What did Chris say?
99.
We
Is
have
it
a correct
real?
answer, and it is 19.
It's always Chris.
Okay.
Chris knows
He
every
knows
movie. Chris is
everything.
an
Never
absolute
Chris
dork.
has a celly.
He is. That's a celebrity birthday celly.
This one's interesting because I feel like he could be 25 or 85 now.
Oh, wow.
How old today is Pitbull turning?
That's a good point.
Mr. 305, darling.
The only guy to even partially ever successfully sample Toto's Africa in one of his songs. You either love it or you hate it. Oh, yeah.
Which one was that again?
It was Coast
that
to
real
Coast.
famous one.
It was Coast to Coast from Aquaman. I'll play it for you during the break.
Okay.
Yes. Pitbull is 53.
52.
Okay, I'll go 50. I'll go 50, right on the dot.
54.
Damn it.
No one's in the right decade.
It's
Are you
40s.
kidding?
Is he
He's
in
in
40s?
He's in the 60s.
Which way are we going?
I'm going up.
I wanted to go
Okay,
40.
you guys can do another
100%
guess.
going up.
Okay.
I'll say 60 even.
Okay, I'm going to go 49.
I'll do 46. That was
48.
my-
Matt is now the new closest. 45.
Wow. I
Okay,
should've gone
then
with
he's
my
not
gut. You
aging
changed me.
gracefully.
Man,
thought he was-
he
Swayed
likes
me.
a party.
I thought it was-
He's only
Dun,
45.
dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Wow.
Oof.
But in music years, he's a lot older.
Sure.
Darling.
Drew Brees.
Ah.
Droopers.
Shut up, Drew Brees.
Why?
44.
40. I'll say 44 as well. That's what I was going to say.
244? No, you can have 244s.
No.
Sorry.
46.
45.
Kayla's closest, 47.
Ah.
Happy birthday to Debo Samuel.
Oh, Debo.
Debo is 29.
30.
31.
30.
We have a correct answer, both Kayla and Chris.
go.
30. And we'll end with Matt Holiday.
Oh.
Holiday!
Boo.
I'm going to say Matt
We don't
Holiday
like
is
baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
Bad guy. We don't like him.
56. Hey, can I take
You guys
over the
don't
outro music here?
52.
Let's make this our outro music, though.
They tried to get rid of me,
55.
but from ocean to ocean, they gonna have to deal with me.
I missed our guesses.
All right. Well, that's it.
46, by the way. I don't need
For Jason, for Kayla, for Matt, for Chris, Carmichael Dave, Matt and Kayla. Next. Bye.
But
Na, 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 na. Yeah.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing